Powerpuffs down.
And nobody tell you touch them.
Right.
You said to fix them and they fell down and I tried to fix them. You
Doesn't
fix
matter
them.
which camera I look at.
Okay, how about you fix them? Because I'm just falling apart over here.
This is me camera.
Once upon a time, I was falling in love. Now I'm only falling apart.
Stop plotting.
This the wider view, this the closer view. That's the closer.
This makes me look wider?
No.
Yes, you look fat.
No, it makes me look wider. Hold on, I guess.
Brought to you by, Gabe have his own flip phone.
Boy, Gabe. I won't get you.
Flippin'. Oh,
Here, and you have the flip
I've been in
phone.
the. We don't want little Joe Star Wars flippin'. Hey, delete that.
Oh, man.
Delete all that, baby.
All right.
Alright.
Then we get a just quick video of the room. So we got Archie in the room. We have Gabe.
Yes, I'm still here.
It's not
After
Halloween
6
yet.
months.
And listen,
All right, we have Bunny. And then we have Brianna, special guest with us.
Big time filmmaker.
I'm 17.
I don't know why he's still trying to celebrate Christmas week.
I said, it's a-
because he's one of them. He's a basic white girl.
It's okay, PG. I'm one of them too. My Christmas stuff on the way during my
I love Christmas, but we got Halloween and Thanksgiving first.
man.
Pumpkin pie will not be denied.
Halloween, turkey, Christmas.
See?
None of them holidays is ours. Exact minimum die.
Okay, so while else you do, I want everybody to think of their, because I'm
All right.
asking you your favorite
Why not
Halloween
this-
movie. Think of the song. Yeah.
I got my favorite. Okay.
And a favorite horror movie.
Anyway, let's get the show started.
Let's get this.
You
I
rolling?
love horror.
Yes, sir.
Let you know, I only half-assed to research my thing, so this could be fun.
Man, listen, we don't have this company. We
I
have
love
all
my
these
origin
kids.
stuff. It'd be fun. I was busy running my mouth instead.
Anyway,
Origin story.
let's finally start the podcast.
Why my shirt?
Because
Fine,
the
PG,
dress
fine,
don't
you-
clean it properly.
put
Just
the
put it in your shirt.
Featuring the Powerpuff Girls. You need to
Clean it
put them
on
in
this
the-
part of your shirt. Get it on the sleeve.
Anyway,
Go ahead.
welcome to another episode of Tool for Cartoons.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire.
Watching cartoons separates you from others.
As usual, we up to our usual shenanigans. I am the awesome godfather, Jussie Sama, joined by my perfect little girls, as well as Gabe and Archie.
I was like,
I was sad to know that was your roast opening. What I do to you, boy? I'm saying, oh, you mean?
I get it, but sir, out of context.
Okay, we've got bubbles.
That'd be,
I almost said the wrong name. They was gonna come for me. I didn't want you to sleep. There you go.
Let's see
I'm
if
gonna hand them
they
to you. You introduce them.
We've got Blossom.
Blossom.
Yeah, Blossom. Yeah, she's chilling. Look, she has a dancey dance. Tap shoes. And we actually have Best Girl. Hold on. She's.
Hey, yo.
No one cares. Best Girl is here. Buttercup. Best Girl. Tom Girl. Buttercup. Punch and Ting since 1981. Before that, right?
No,
God,
they
they
came out in 96.
Punch and Ting since 1996.
Okay,
You
the
know,
Powerpuff Girls are just like.
apparently, their initial name wasn't supposed to be the Powerpuff Girls.
It was
I think
supposed to be
they should-
something else.
Whoop ass.
Yeah,
Can of
whoop-ass.
whoop ass. I would have loved that.
Okay.
show.
I don't.
Still love it now, but yeah.
Thank you. Still love it.
Just throwing shit, just throwing
They're
people.
not staying
no.
up like that.
No,
Best
I
Girl
just had
is
to.
with me.
Yeah, right.
Best Girl hanging with the homie.
All right.
They're not staying up.
Why almost only have like one hairstyle?
Manufacture.
It's a ponytail, guys. Don't you know how ponytails work? They're on one side.
First episode of the Powerpuff Girls, and they make the when he mass produced them,
Yeah.
and he's trying to profit off of them. Y'all remember that episode?
Yeah.
When there was a bunch of knockoffs. Y'all don't remember that episode?
No.
And that was in the first episode,
I
but I
do remember. It's the
remember.
Rowdy Rough
I gotta
Boys.
send y'all the link, bro.
Yeah.
It was an episode, it was an episode with a bunch of knockoffs, bro. And he mass produced the Powerpuff Girls, and they look like shit.
Y'all remember they were trying to do a live action Powerpuff, and people like they showed like clips of like the costumes. People like boycotted, and then they're like, "So we're just gonna cancel it." The CW.
Actually, yeah,
it looked
yeah.
bad, and then the way they were
It looked
talking
good.
about it. Well, let's put it like this:
I
knowing
think
the
acting-
CW,
the acting looked bad. Yeah.
knowing the CW, they were going to turn it into your typical CW drama. Although their superhero
Teeny,
shoes have
yeah.
not been bad.
Yeah, like Superman and Lois.
And Arrow, I haven't watched Superman and Lois, but
Arrow was good. Yeah.
Arrow, and I did like Smallville until it went.
Yeah. Anyway, words mean things.
You don't even finish introducing yourself.
No, we got a bunch of guests. We saving them for later. We got some special
Did you
announcements.
introduce us? Oh
Yes.
yeah, we got the
No,
Gaben.
I thought like, what did he say? 2 little girls, and then he said, "I
said three, man.
I was about to say, like, I get it, because, like,
I was
it
like-
goes with the costume. But
Yeah.
out of context, sir, it makes you sound like you should be on a registry
Not
somewhere.
even out of context,
And
man.
my little girls.
I didn't even do
Listen,
nothing.
no, listen. I'm being misogynistic. I made these girls.
It still comes off like you should be on a registry somewhere.
No,
Like,
does
we
it?
need, like, you shouldn't
They are
live
my
near
children.
playgrounds or schools.
I am
I'm
not affiliated
sorry.
with either.
Listen, I'm Professor Eutonia.
It's not helping your cause.
Okay.
Okay, so
You have the
words
bubbles?
mean things.
Invest in bubbles.
Okay.
Bubbles are good.
What?
As we wait for words mean things.
Sorry, I lost my page. Okay.
So,
I like it.
give a round of applause for Gabe coming back after.
Boom! Hashtag hiatus, next hiatus. Still alive, still alive. Yeah, you thought it was over? You thought it was gone? Eh? Nah, nigga. You gotta work hard to get rid of me.
Okay, you done?
Yeah,
And
man.
yet the people love Archie.
Yeah, I was gonna say they ain't want me. They don't care. They say what? Came with this for 2 episodes? I ain't see that crap.
It's that right, woman magic.
Oh, man.
So,
You come with part 2 soon now.
what, red?
Red
But the
Red
people
gas.
said that I'm not a red gal. I reckon the Senate Brown
Okay, so we
now.
need to get real red yet.
Excuse me? You ain't giving my part away to nobody else.
Well, though you have to negotiate that with Gabe because Gabe is your
Gabe,
partner.
Gabe ain't have no choices around here.
I don't run things. I'm just an actor.
Okay, words mean things.
Yeah.
So, our word, of course, is Halloween.
Mm.
So, the word Halloween, or I can't pronounce it the way I have it, or Halloween, Saints' Evening, is of Christian origin. A term equivalent to All Hallows' Eve is attested in Old English. The word Halloween comes from the Scottish form of All Hallows' Eve, the evening before All Hallows' Day. Even the Scots term for eve or evening, and my phone is just like, nope. And it's contracted to een or een. All Hallows Even became Halloween. Oh,
This
Christians
is
are
the
gonna be
word
so
of
mad.
the Lord.
Can you
What?
use
Christians
it
gonna
in
be
a
so
sentence? Can you use it in a sentence?
Can I use it in a sentence?
Yes.
Sentence.
So, did you say it was All Saints Day or?
That's what it is. Halloween.
yeah.
So we get into that. We get
Yeah,
into
yeah.
community announcements.
Okay.
But Halloween is the eve before All Saints Day. It's
Okay,
also the Celtic Samhain when the veil between
The
our
living and
living.
dead,
Yeah. But Christians get really mad when you tell them it was originally a Christian holiday. Like I had somebody like basically kick me out the house.
Just now when he said that.
That's where it comes
listen,
from.
yeah.
It comes from that and the Celtics, but people get a little mad about that.
I wouldn't get mad about it. I don't care.
Because a lot of people call it like the devil's day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Blah, blah, blah.
They give this nigga the power. Say it's his day. I'm like, that's your problem. You call it this nigga's day. Why did you give him a day? He don't have it. He don't own nothing. Stop giving this brother things.
We
Coworker used to say that.
No, but we need to have a conversation about. Remember when we was talking about we give the devil too much power?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you worship the problem, you worship the issue in your life, you worship that girl that treats you like crap, you worship that man that beats on
Well,
you. You worship the
Everything you blame on the devil, he loves it.
The thing, well, the way. Okay, we'll get into that too.
All right,
The communities.
yeah.
My last thing, so origins is not like a phrase, is the origins of trick or treating.
Okay.
So it comes from since it was All Hallows Eve the day before, what people would do is they would make something called soul cakes,
Okay.
which is basically like this is uneven bread with like cinnamon and nutmeg and allspice.
So basically, flour cake from the island.
From like,
That's
it was
right.
from England. Let me make sure I'm right before I start out here.
So
like,
how
yes.
we been participating all along?
Maybe.
So hold on, camera on me. I
Oh,
tell you
God.
all last year.
Whilst I look for soul cakes, you do that.
Hold on, I told you last year that Obia was witchcraft. Nah, she telling us that making flour cakes is a part of Halloween. All right.
Okay, so it is a small round cake. It's a small round cake with sweet spices, which resembles a shortbread biscuit.
Bro, flour cake, bro.
Yeah, it does look. It does look like a flour cake.
Well, no, listen.
But
Why
that's
can't
what,
we-
if you think about flour cake, right? It is it is like the island equivalent of shortbread. So basically, same
Wait,
thing.
flour cake. So we've been. All right, we can get to y'all later.
And the reason, like, trick or treating came from, so they had this thing that people would bake these cakes, and they would hand them out to children or the poor. So children would go from door to door in something called soling, which would be going to different doors and begging or asking for souls, which sounds creepy because they would call the soul cake souls. So they would go soling, and they would go, and they would go begging for souls.
Hey, don't say it too loud. Windows are here. There's a window behind you. Don't say that word too loud. Please calm down.
You have to open up on your mic. You have to open up on your mic.
Right? And I just want to make sure that I understand this really
Yes,
right.
yes.
So they're saying that they go souling.
Children would go soling.
Children would go souling for souls.
They would go begging for souls.
That makes it even worse.
It's not trick or treat.
Begging
It's
for the
soul or
souls.
treat. Wow.
Okay, now let
Knock, knock, knock. May I have a soul, sir?
And so people would give them the souls, and this is where trick-or-treating has evolved from. So now children, instead of begging for souls, beg for candy. But in certain parts of the world, like certain parts of Asia, and in certain parts of Ireland, they still hold the tradition.
Wow.
And it was thought that the reason for like collecting these souls or like a lot of these practices was to, in a way, to pray for the souls in purgatory. Because, Catholic times, purgatory is that place in between heaven and hell, like for people doing quite bad, you're doing quite good. We don't know what to do with you. So we have to pray for your soul to go to heaven. So that was the whole thing of like, doing the soul cakes. And then also they would go about like leaving things on people's graves and doing all this like celebration and whatnot. And that's where a lot of what we do now comes from. And I also found out where the TPing and the throwing rotten eggs comes from. We'll talk about that.
All right. So you basically telling me the children were sent to take souls.
To beg for souls. They were given
beg for
souls.
souls.
The souls were given freely to them.
But then when me and Gabe became the church boys, what we started doing?
What did we start?
I didn't look all that.
My memory's like, what? He said, what we start doing? I said, what did we start doing? Whoa, I know I did something. What was?
No, but it's the whole reverse of evangelism to the whole winning souls thing. So, yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
No, save it for later. We didn't properly
So
introduce
I
you.
just thought...
It was because of the soul thing, right? She was like, they're going around like asking for souls and stuff.
It's giving souls for free now.
Wow.
You can't,
Wait, females are just snatching souls for free at this point.
you can't say that word too loud now. So, what you say? More what? And then you shot. You're dead. Gone.
Yeah,
Immediately.
They're just sucking out souls. You
Wiped
got all
off the map.
You got so many succubus about just sucking souls out, dementia
Oh,
stuff.
this is what y'all talking. Oh, you're wild like that.
Me too.
Yeah.
Apparently, I was... Apparently, I was told by birth of being a red woman, I'm just naturally a succubus because we're evil and we will steal
We
your
were
soul.
talking about
My OC is actually.
Bro,
Anyways,
that's what
and I've had people that told me that I resembled my character, and I'm like, okay, I'll take it. I'll
Okay.
take it.
Random fact before we get carried away with this. We can come back to the
I
succubus thing
forgot
later.
last thing. So apparently, like in certain parts of the like world, when they would do it, priests would actually bless the souls before, like they would pray for the soul cake or the souls as they call it, and give it gifts.
The flower
And
cake.
in exchange, so they would come to the church to get these blessed souls that the priest has prayed over, and in exchange, give the child a soul, and the child would promise to pray for the souls in purgatory. It just gets worse and worse as you talk about it. It's
And
just,
they end up eating whatever.
yes, because they would eat soul cake, so they would
pray
eat
for the
souls.
And then they pray for the soul.
So it's a blessed
They
soul.
go out.
Give the child a
They
blessed soul.
hand the children the souls.
Blessed
The children
soul.
shall pray for the blessed souls. Then consume the souls.
So
You know what?
The blessed souls.
Every time my head just gets.
They would consume this. They
All
would
right,
eat souls.
thank you so much.
I
for
told you, we all know
that-
children are evil.
Knowledge.
That knowledge, that information. Time for the random fact.
Random fact of the day.
Yes.
Now,
Into the mic.
I have a few. I know I'm naturally loud at passes, but
Is it Halloween related?
oh, absolutely not. It's actually cheese related. I'm a huge fan of various cheeses.
You
And
love
the cheese we're
cheese.
going to talk about today is mozzarella, or as the Italians prefer to say mozza, because if you actually say the full thing, they don't like that. They'll spit in your food. But
Will they kill you?
how cheeses are made is actually responsible for the bacteria You can't just put together cheese. I don't know how they came up with this, but I think it came with the lining of the cow, the lining of the calf. The lining of the calf along with some wren, and the bacteria that is located in Italy is where they use to make cheeses, as that's where most good cheeses come from. Not the American stuff.
I thought it was
the Gouda,
France.
the mozza. Well, they do that too. But I trust my Italians and my cheese.
I do.
Yeah, it comes from there. So it's a special kind of bacteria that you can't find everywhere, and I like mozzarella. What's your favorite cheese?
So where does funky blue cheese come from?
Same place probably, but it's a different method.
Because blue cheese is basically like
It's what's
mold.
giving it scent.
Blue cheese is
and
mold.
I think the age.
What is your favorite cheese, Justin?
Pepper jack.
Hey!
It's a good cheese. It's a good cheese.
All right, Tom, are you done with the random facts?
I like a good.
Yes.
I like a good brie. I like feta too. Feta's a good cheese.
So time for my favorite segment, Community Announcements!
Why must you yell? Why so
I don't know.
loud?
I think that makes
I hope you
everything.
put the echo over his voice every time he does that.
So, in Nerd World, in Toon World, like we like to call here, we finally got our first sponsor for the show.
Word?
Yes.
I don't have to live in the box no more?
No.
Put this in the group.
Yeah, you still live in the box.
Oh!
And we're about to call the sponsor. Dun, dun,
What
dun,
if
dun.
he's like in the middle of
Is it bad
brushing
to
his
say
teeth?
good morning, mass off, right?
Hello, Cohen.
Pleasant good afternoon. Pleasant
Hi,
Hi,
good afternoon.
Cohen.
Good day, boss man. Good day, boss. How you doing, boss?
Hey.
So
Boss
we're,
man.
we're live at 2-4. No,
Is it video? I want to
no,
see what
it's
this
just
dude
on
looks
audio.
like.
Shh. We're live on air right now on Tool for Cartoons, and we have just announced our new partnership with 242 Weebs.
Hey.
How you doing?
So you can tell us more about 242 Weebs
Okay, but
and
see
introduce
your
yourself.
Don't say that.
All right, guys. So, my name's Cohen. My name's Cohen Monroe. Let me start off with introducing myself firstly. I say my name's Cohen Monroe. I grew up on Kid Island.
Hey, family.
So yeah, I let me get talk a little bit about my background. I grew up in Kid Island, Town Kid Island, graduated, came over to New Providence in about 2016. I attended UB, got my bachelor's in biochemistry, and yeah, that's basically the background for me. I love sports, I love anime, I love enjoying time out with my friends, stuff like that. Now, as it relates to 242 Weebs,
I'll say
Weebs
that
came
again.
about-
242 Weebs.
yes, 242 Weebs.
Yes.
So Weebs came about as a pandemic baby, if I can say. So the reason I stated pandemic baby is because during the pandemic is where we initially started 242 Weebs. You know, there was a lot going on. A lot of persons were getting laid off from their jobs, including myself and my partner. I think we started the company with about, let's say, $300. I had $150. My partner had about $150 as well. We both, like I stated, we enjoyed watching anime, so we was like, hey, why not, invest the money in some anime-related stuff and just sell it. Let's see how that goes. So when we initially started, we used to create the anime merch. So I'm a little bit artistic, a bit. I'm not to that level, but I can handle myself. So we used to create a lot of the shirts using vinyl, heat press, when we direct the transfer, stuff like that. However, as a new business starting up, I would say the quality of the merch wasn't there as yet. However, I love the community. They showed a lot of support. So that's a plus. And we were able to give back in some way, even if we feel as if the quality wasn't up to standard, we'd always give out some extra free items just for the support.
That sounds good, bro. And we thank you, you partnering with us on this journey as we trying to get better.
Thank you for helping me off the streets, kind son. It's been tough out here. It's been rough out here. My cardboard box have actually absorbed like too much water. It's actually getting pretty bad and soggy to live in. So thank you for keeping me off the streets. Bless up, bless up. It's from Hero Decimus. Bless up from Hero Decimus. That's from me.
Oh my God.
Oh, man.
You have to come visit us in studio. You got to be a guest
Yeah,
on the
you
show,
gotta-
like in person.
Pull up.
You gotta come on the next episode.
Yeah.
You have to experience the craziness in
Yes.
person.
Yeah.
Just like our live audience right there. But thank you so much, Cohen. And we can't wait to see the more, whatever craziness we could come up with and do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
take care, go
so
ahead.
I have, as a partner, I have just a few insights I'd like you to know what I'm working on, what we are working on.
Is this an exclusive?
Exclusive.
Yeah.
All right, exclusive.
Hold on.
Why
Is
are
it-
you
is it a-
always yelling,
Is
sir?
it a job opportunity?
Listen to this guy.
He just really
No,
wants to
first
get
off-
out the box.
No, if it's a job opportunity, cut the camera off. I ain't no one else saying this is for me. Yeah, turn that off. Turn that off.
Go ahead.
So we're creating a content creator bundle, whereas those who do content as YouTube, TikTok, it can be Instagram, Facebook, any of the social medias. We're trying to put something together to again give back a bit, as well as give content creators some type of benefits. So one of the benefits are the exclusive insights on projects that the company is working on. So usually if we're working on a big project and we need more insight, we usually reach out to our content creators just so we can kind of get a better view of what our audience wants. Also, they can receive their own special code and receive 10% on every purchase for their audience. So how the code work, you receive something like, we could say, Homemade Heroes 242. If you type in the code into the website, then every time someone makes a purchase, you get 10% of that purchase.
Is this live now? Can we tell the people?
That sounds great.
Because all I heard is Homemade Heroes, and I said, hallelujah.
Also, you also get 20 to 30% off the website. When you make a purchase, you automatically get 20 to 30% off any purchase, as well as an opportunity to receive free merch during promotions. So we have a new promotion coming out regarding our mystery Weebs. We're revamping it, make it better. We're making it bigger. We're making it more, I can say, more appealing to the public eyes. So
No more smoking.
we're also looking into cosplay.
Okay, you said the
Cosplay.
magic word.
Now these cosplay will also be distributed to our content creators as, again, the opportunity to receive free merch. They would normally just send their size. We would make sure order their size in a timely manner so that we can get it there for whatever specific event. So yeah, but there are some requirements. I guess we don't have to touch on the requirements now. It's
No,
still
you
on the-
can't let the whole cat out of the bag, my boy.
Cut the cameras.
You just get ready to cut this part of the interview. They'll be like, they ain't even know this
They
yet.
didn't know this yet. It's just a secret right now.
Oh my God.
But
So yeah, I mean, I can give a little snippet. Like one of the requirements would be you have to be, again, 18 years or older, or if you have a parent sign with you, you can. You must have a bank account so that when your audience make purchases, you can get your funds. It will be set monthly. So whether it's a bank account or PayPal, whichever one.
that sounds good, my boy.
That's all the qualifications there.
No. You said
No,
snippet.
there-
No.
There's a snip, there's a,
I can do it. I can do these things. I can do it.
for sure.
I don't know if we're
Yeah,
like,
yo,
allowed
listen.
to do it.
Yes, you're under your tool for cartoons, but thank you so much, Cohen. We will reveal more details, I promise, I guess, as time progresses. And we got a lot more in store.
42.
For sure.
All right. Bye, Cohen. We hope to see you on the next episode.
You be safe, Chief.
Okay. Thank you guys.
No problem.
Every day.
Give it up for Cohen. Woo! All
Might
right.
be making it out the hood. Who knows?
Crazy fun fact. I spoke with him this week.
That is hype.
All right. Before we go into further community announcements, Peach, you can switch it back to
Is it like on or off?
4?
It's on.
No,
It's
Bunny's
just-
mic.
Damn.
No, Bunny's mic back on?
Yeah, I got a mic.
All right, so let's formally introduce our guest for the day. We have the White Usagi, the Reign of Terror, the Big Stepper, if you really know.
The Punisher.
The Pleasure. Some we know as Bunny, but she's known globally as Bunpatchi. And to make some noise for Bunny!
Yay!
So welcome
so
to, you know, we always say we're going to have more guests on tour for cartoons. And, you know, a lot of my friends been saying, when you invite me to the show, and it's like, we're always welcome. Soon we going to have set shows, charging ticket prices so people can see. What are you
I
looking
just,
for?
I just want us to
I'm
do
concerned.
I want to do a live show and have like a live audience and
Yes.
charge people money, Gabe.
No, I'm scared
That
of
would
live
be cool.
shows.
That would be really
But
But you
cool.
could see our first live show at GomCon at the end of this year.
Technically,
Ooh.
our first live show was the first time we ever met.
Yes. That's how this podcast was made. But another community announcement, our panel was approved for GomCon. Real Pirates versus dun 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 One Piece.
I'm so mad that
Yes.
that I have to dress up as a pirate outside of work, sir.
Man,
You want me to
listen.
give you
Same all
another
time.
announcement?
I was a hater,
Okay,
but I
Bunny
don't
has
hate
an
like that.
announcement.
Hold on, Bunny has a community announcement.
Yes.
My panel was approved too.
Way!
What's your panel about?
It's cosplay. So
Nice.
Okay.
That is
Yeah.
nice. That is
Okay.
I just realized that I'm actually kind of excited because I'm not the only girl in the studio today.
Well, you have the 4 girls. Normally,
Can you count?
Why?
Okay, let's pick on the women now.
no. Okay, now it's even.
Oh,
so
no.
We're actually we're technically
I need
outnumbered.
my job.
So, any
can't
y'all
fight.
have community announcements?
Not yet.
Archie?
Not yet.
No, I do. Just I'll go next.
Yeah.
Maybe after
I haven't
someone
killed
else.
Gabe yet. Is that a community announcement?
I guess so.
Oh, what can I say? I'm
All right.
I'm
So,
Have you guys read or watched anything that you know's made you sparkle?
I mean, we ain't gonna talk about Joker too, but yeah.
I ain't watch that. I ain't that long.
Nah.
Bomb good or
seen
bomb
it
bad? They were just saying it was bomb bad.
Bomb to bad.
Yeah,
No,
I heard
it
it
did
was bad.
horrible. Like, you know. Anyway,
For it, dude.
I'm watching the documentary on Netflix about the WWE. That's
I
pretty
want
interesting.
that came out already?
Mr. McMahon is actually really interesting.
Okay, I
He's
need
a
to watch
full on liar, but it's
I'm
very
surprised y'all
interesting.
just see. Is it for those who've been watching WWE? We already know.
No.
They gave y'all a documentary because y'all need something to watch on
No,
what, Netflix,
I've been
Hulu?
watching WWE for a long time. Like we know.
Then why are you shook?
No. See, because a lot of it is like, okay, this has to be a persona
lying.
that he puts on for the ring.
No.
but
That's
it's
actually
like,
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A
Yeah,
crazy
that's
line, I
actually
think he
him,
said at
like,
one
yeah.
point, and I quote, because he said, "Come out here, you rapist!"
it's well, what I'm getting from the
I was
documentary.
like, that didn't age well. That
Oh,
didn't age well.
Oh, a lot of things didn't age well, but what I'm
Because
getting from the
it was
documentary.
a portion where they were saying he was trying to have a story where he was dating his daughter or something like
Yes.
that. Like,
There's been
And
some
the daughter
weird-
disagreed. But the brother was saying, okay, if you won't do it for your brother. Date your brother. I was like, dude, that don't. And then he actually agreed. Yeah, my sister's hot. But no. I'm like, that don't make it better.
Right.
What's wrong with this family?
So, from what I'm getting in the documentary is that no one really knows who he is. Like, he's the type of person that he kind of
He puts on, yeah.
So it's like, yeah, okay, out there, that Mr. McMahon, that is a persona, but even in his personal life is like The Rock is like, what you see is what you get. But then the thing is what you see is what you get is because he only shows you who
What's legal to
what
see?
he wants you to
legal to
see.
see.
And he says it, no one really knows who I am. I don't really know who I am.
Is this the documentary I have the meme with him where he like crying with it?
I don't know. I have not been on the social medias in a minute.
So where's that from?
I think that was like.
No, I think that was a
documentary for the Undertaker. For the Undertaker character specifically.
Okay, because he was like.
Yeah,
I'm only
he
on
was
episode like 4. I'm most excited to hit the one about the Attitude Era because that's the era. That's
Yeah.
like to me that's the best era in wrestling.
I think
that
everybody says
early 2000s that
You
era.
are a woman of culture.
No, but
You mean like the
era.
Booker T era?
The what?
The Booker T
Yeah.
era?
Yeah, Booker T was
well,
in
I
it.
was talking about like the Stone Cold
Yeah.
Steve
Right.
Austin era. Like that's my fave era. That's the Attitude as the
No, but the
WWE
Attitude Era
Attitude.
went into the early 2000s.
Yeah, that's what I said. The early 2000s, the Generation X. Y'all remember in school when people were getting in trouble for doing the
sucking.
Generation X stuff?
Yeah.
It's like, they were getting detention. I'm like, really?
Brianna,
was walking
Brianna's
around-
looking
he
confused,
was
like,
walking around
I don't remember
sucking
this.
it.
You say detention. I'm not gonna say which school, but at the time, instead
Corporal
of getting
punishment?
beaten, you got paddled. They had a red one. Okay, it was like a, you know what a spatula looked like, right? It was a spatula, except it ain't had no hole. These weirdos named it. There was Mr. Red, Green, and I think at one point there was a blue one, but you rarely, I ain't never seen nobody get beat with a blue one. But I know
Was
my
it
homie
like
said,
level of pain or something?
no, they had it hanging on the wall. Like they was hanging on the wall.
They started you off low key with the kinkiness earlier.
Yeah.
That's exactly what that
I
was.
was gonna say,
That's
I'm
exactly
sorry,
what that
but-
was.
Yeah.
Like levels of kinkiness early in life.
Absolutely. That was grade 6, so we got beaten for that. And he said,
grade
Dave, I
6?
go on in there, because they just, y'all ever get called in the office and they don't tell y'all what y'all do? Like, y'all just be like, wait, what happened?
I don't
And
need-
either you're
yes.
a witness, you're a part of the story, or you're the person who's actually in trouble. Yeah, it was just him in there. He's like, what am I in here for? No one was in there, so I ain't offend nobody. I ain't hit nobody. I must be called for something. So she tell me bend over. the red bottom.
Rewind the story, please. Rewind the story. It's a kid. Come in.
Not me.
Bend over.
Not me. I said a classmate got beat for that.
The
It
classmate was
it
told
was
to
the
come
very
in.
over part for me.
Okay, so I'm sorry.
You know what you came here for.
You know this they have this
Sound like a
paddle.
Diddy line.
They have this paddle, right? They have this paddle. Don't look at me like that. You know what you came here for.
Bend over.
You knew the type of nigga I was when you surrendered to me. Come here, surrender them legs
So,
to me.
I'm sorry, but there's something odd
that was right.
about grown adults paddling children.
Yeah.
Like telling them bend over and then like this is your level, like you said, level of king. There's something just a little weird about
no,
it.
they stopped because it was a point where they stopped beating the girls on their butt and they just started beating them in their hands.
Yeah.
It's like because I see that was like
I guess
culturally,
there would be
yeah.
some sort of but I'm sorry, beating little boys in the butt too is a little inappropriate.
Yeah.
Wait. Y'all ever
I
had
don't
y'all ever
believe
had a
in
ruler break on
corporal
y'all?
punishment.
A ruler or a stick? Because they just
I
have a
seen
random
it.
wooden stick, and I watch them, I break, I say, fam, and they only use one arm. They don't wind up. But you know how much punishment thing I'm gotta go through to break? You beating too much kids at that point, bro.
I had, and I'm not gonna say the school, but in the second grade, we had a teacher that would take 2 of those big rulers and she had them taped together.
Yeah,
And
they
she
made them together.
Yeah.
She would be. I think she like hit one little boy so hard, like he had welts, and then there was a thing where a parent came to school and beat her with that ruler, so she stopped.
No, because this is before her time.
Okay,
Before
hold on.
her time. Hold on.
They're the same. They're the same age. That.
No,
Yeah.
22.
I'm 19.
Can you?
That's the same age. That.
Yeah.
Ah, I'm not the youngest in the room.
He's always the youngest.
August 3rd. Gangstaliciousness.
Okay, I gotta do it.
Still is 20.
I'm doing it.
What?
He's feeling 22. It will be all right. You know
It's
how
been a
Taylor
blast. I know I've
Swift.
been gone for a few episodes, but I got to go. It's over.
I don't know about you. Come on, Gabe.
No,
Bet
no,
you've danced to that song, so don't do it.
Because my job requires that I do so. Because the
You like
key
the
to peace
song.
is the masses.
You
So,
like that
so are you a
song?
stripper?
Huh?
22. Everything will be
I got a
alright.
question. We go on my.
No,
dancing like
the
it.
answer is if the career don't take off. That's all I'm going to say.
22.
All right. So question. So what is a succubus for the people?
We're doing this here.
Okay, you
Yeah.
want to do it or me?
You can go ahead. Go ahead.
Because
Because I'm a guy. I have to like. I will look it
I'm
up
gonna
to
sit
make
here
sure I
and
have it
stare at you.
right.
where's
Intensely.
me legs?
So a succubus or a sex demon is it called?
Okay,
Look up
so
Morgan Ashland.
What?
what?
He's
It's a character from Darkstalkers.
Okay, I heard something completely different.
Fighting.
Okay, so a succubus is a female demon or supernatural entity that appears in dreams to seduce men, usually through sexual activity.
So
The word
basically-
succubus comes from the late Latin word succubere, which means to lie under, and an incubus is the male version. So
Yeah.
Oh.
it's similar to siren, except siren lives for the dead, so they would like
And
seduce
sirens
them with,
sing.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
would seduce them with sex and then like suck.
So basically, these is the reasons why people have little accidents in bed.
No, a
Not
succubus sucks your
necessarily.
soul
People
out of
are
your
just
body.
clumsy. Some people are just clumsy.
That and there's a
Yeah.
plethora of reasons for
So,
males.
succubus-
There's a limit on how much we could actually hold.
Yeah.
So wet dreams will trigger to actually release the old sperm and create new ones.
I always
so
thought
that's
that-
one of the reasons, but there's other reasons why it could happen.
I always thought a wet dream was like, okay, so follow me where I'm about to go with this. Right?
Oh Lord. Let's get comfortable.
I always thought it was like similar to like, you know how like sometimes like obviously when you're younger, like you pee to bed, right?
Yeah.
And like sometimes you be having dreams about peeing and then you wake up and you've actually peed to bed. So I
No,
figured wet
so,
dreams
okay,
like
so
that.
replace that. You don't have dreams about peeing. You have dreams about being
And
with a
then you wake up.
succubus.
That's why that's why I went with it. I could be wrong.
No, I mean it's
I think you're wrong.
it's yeah.
I said
it's-
that's my
yeah.
theory. I didn't say it
Because
was
it's,
like
it's
right.
more so you feel yourself what to do, and then you like But then like what Gabe says, it's like a natural.
No, I
body
only
function.
know the explanation for men. I don't know why girls. I
No,
didn't
I
study
don't know.
that part.
I'm only speaking from it.
I didn't study that.
But
part.
the crazy
yeah,
part
yeah.
is about succubus, they are also dream walkers. So they can go in your dream. And you can dream that you're with them when you are actually with them.
Yeah. And
Okay,
then-
so why y'all two consider yourselves succubus? That's the next question.
Different story for another time. Different story for another time.
It's the story. It's the story you do, bro. We just got a sponsor. We want to get demonetized. So
Honestly, personally for me, when I was on TikTok, the earlier part of TikTok, like 2018, 2019, I ended up joining this, what do you call it? Not gang, but what?
Cult?
No, not gang, but like
I've joined a cult.
what's it
mafia.
called?
It was a mafia.
Yeah, okay.
Like, back then they used to do like TikTok mafia trends or
Okay,
whatever.
I know, yeah,
right.
okay.
So I went into this like supernatural kind of mafia thing, whatever, right? And we had to choose like a supernatural character to be.
Right.
And I like looked them all up and I was like, vampires too, like everybody does that, werewolves,
Yeah.
the hybrids, yeah. And I was like, succubus. That's interesting. So I just like when I looked it up and stuff like that, and I'm like, interesting. So I ended up making the character. Her name is Sky. So I ended up making the character, and it kind of stuck. But from comments, they were like, "You play this thing a tad bit too well." Like it's interesting how you and I've had like friends literally tell me like, I can actually see if the world was actually a supernatural world, you would most definitely be a succubus. Like, you would. That's not a compliment, but you would be a succubus.
That
And I'm
is
like,
a compliment. What are they talking about?
right? Right?
That is a compliment.
So that's your reason too.
Okay, no. So mine actually came as off of a comment as a joke. Someone, because I'm a red woman and we naturally are succubus. We will suck your soul out your body and we're evil.
She went souling for men.
Too soon.
That's never gonna get old for you, is it?
No, it's not.
no.
It's not. It's not.
So that is like. So I'd like make a joke about it, like, you know, supposedly we suck your soul out of your body. And so speaking of like one of my favorite, speaking of succubus, my favorite representation of a succubus. So
You?
like,
Y'all got two more before I just head out. got two more.
So okay, everybody knows the show Supernatural, right?
Right.
I think it was on for like 80
9.
seasons.
You mean Lilith?
No, not Lilith. Well, Lilith was a hot mess. That's biblical. Because, you know, they said in the Bible, Adam's first wife was Lilith.
But then
And-
Lilith is always it's
and
also
like-
the devil's wife.
Well, yeah, they were saying that
Yeah.
Lilith was Adam's supposedly his first wife, and God didn't like how she wasn't submissive, so he made her a succubus and blah 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 blah. But anyway,
Which Bible?
in Supernatural, the actual episode.
I
No,
don't
they're
condone-
saying
I don't condone
this is
what you
a
all
theory.
believe.
Biblical scholars believe this, but anyway,
Biblical scholars?
you a biblical scholar.
Shut the whole college down. Shut that down.
You know they say there are different missing books in the Bible because there are different versions.
Yeah, like the Apocrypha.
But the thing is,
Yeah.
even like the King James version, which is the most popular version, Christians are about to hate me.
But and you listen,
I am a Christian.
I don't tell you I'm affiliated. I wash my hands. My hands are clean. Ish.
Okay, talk about the other ones. So the King James version, which is the most popular version, is actually said that the reason why like King James sort of had it written and revised was as a way to hide his blatant homosexuality. Which is why they feel like the Ten Commandment, like the part in it where it says, thou shalt not, or whatever part it goes, thou shalt not lie with, two men shall not lie together. It was about pedophilia and homosexuality. He changed it because he was trying to hide the fact that, he was into boys.
I love it that every Halloween episode we always have
It's
like
me upsetting the Christian.
No, we always have a retelling of the Bible from our children.
Anyway,
Y'all should make that a segment.
No. Y'all ain't seen the comments section.
Not spoken words, but unspoken words. Bye, Artie.
I don't want no problem.
Oh man.
Anyway, back to my favorite representation in Supernatural is an episode where they're hunting a succubus. And the reason it's my favorite is because in this version, the succubus can turn into, like, how you talk with dreams? She turns into whatever the man's dream girl is.
Oh,
and
yeah.
seduce him that way. So
They can
it's like...
shapeshift. It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. And, like, they ended up, with Dean, because, Street Brothers... He, instead of being a woman, it was a guy. It was like the brother. Because him and Sam are so different. Sam is kind of nerdy. It was the brother you always wish you had. And like the succubus used you by like bodily fluids, so saliva, obviously, the other bodily fluids. So like I thought that representation was cool. Mm-hmm. And it pit him and Sam against each other and they'd fight to the death, but that's a different story.
Oh man! So another Halloween fact. So let's get into why
I'm ready
people.
for my community.
Wait, but on that, is a succubus? Is a succubus like your favorite like supernatural character?
Yes. It
Right?
is.
Is between that werewolf and siren because I love a siren.
No, but
I feel like
Headless Horseman.
Headless Horseman and a werewolf.
Werewolves.
I feel like werewolves, vampires were one of them, but then I feel like vampires are now like played out. I feel like
I blame
everybody at some point in their lives was like, oh, I would be a vampire. Like, and I was like, no.
I never was. I was always werewolf. I want a really good like media representation of like werewolves because like I feel like vampires, like you say, had a lot of play like that. Well, we don't call it Twilight. True Blood, which kind of had werewolves in it, but like I've not had a really good werewolf book or movie like that makes sense to me.
Underwear was good.
Underworld was good too.
Underworld was good, but I mean, so no vampires involved, just werewolves getting their time to shine.
Yeah, I got you.
Because there's books and like, but to me, not like a really good one.
Yeah.
I like sirens, but I do sirens and mermaids. Although technically,
Mermaids are really interesting creatures as well.
They are.
They are.
I seem to have a thing for creatures that lure men to death. I don't know the song, but
That's
what
it.
about you? What's your favorite
No,
supernatural character?
I like various cheeses.
So what was your announcement? Because
Okay,
Yeah.
so your boy was missing in action.
yeah,
Because
actually I saw
obtained-
him.
Huh? You saw you?
No, I saw him. This see why you been missing for 6 months?
6. It was 3.
He's been gone for how many episodes?
That's so. It don't feel like.
When was the last episode Gabe was
feels
here?
like
Maybe
that.
February?
You know we in October, right?
Yeah.
You know the year starts in January.
Was he on the January episode?
No, the last one he was
I don't
in
think he was
June.
in no right.
What, June
So-
last year?
June?
June this year.
Last year.
Okay, so long story short, I had the honor of being a part of some projects that are in development. Well, actually, they finished development, I think, as of a few nights ago.
Big
So that's
superstar.
why
all right,
I'm missing in
Gabe.
action. I'm trying to make it out the box and the hood. Y'all, I don't think y'all understand. He said sponsor. I was like, hope? Hope? Is there? There's hope. There's a line of hope. So I'm back now. My acting season is done for the year. I am trying not to pick up any projects. I will be real. If they pull up and say they offering a couple of dollars, I can fold. I can fold. You know I can fold. But they're in the works. I can't say too much because I sign NDAs and your boy don't last long in prison. So Yeah.
You can
that
talk
is
about the
wild.
last one that
What
you
last
just
one?
did. Gabe here is now a Shakespearean actor.
He was
Nah, nigga, I been doing that. As you like it last year.
Right,
I
right,
did
right.
Hamlet. I had 4 characters. I was smoothing it.
He was 4 characters in Hamlet, right? That's
Yeah,
what I think.
that was hype. But yeah, I love Shakespeare. I'm thinking about it, but I also made a promise to a friend that I'm going to be a part of Short Tales next year. I'm gonna decide on which I can do because I want to do both. I love both. Short Tales is always hype, and Shakespeare in
Short
Paradise
Tales is fun. I did that.
I like a challenge, and Shakespeare in Paradise every year consistently gives my brain and my language speaking skills that challenge.
So give us a line from Macbeth.
He was in Hamlet, not Macbeth.
Oh, not-
Hamlet is the Scottish
Yes.
one. Macbeth is a pound of flesh.
Give us
Did it?
some
No?
lines in
No,
Hamlet.
No, I think I'm mixing them
I
up.
ain't giving you a line, but I'm gonna give you a character I played. His name
Macbeth
is
is Scottish.
Gravedigger. And Gravedigger is based off of this thought theory. I don't know what they call it. I'm gonna keep it being.
Into right?
But they say if you get used to what you do in your job, you get happy doing it no matter what it is. And Gravedigger is actually this jovial and very happy and loud character. But yes, he digs graves. It's in the name. So my character starts off singing a song. It's Blood from My Chemical Romance. Yes, I'm one of those boys. But I was singing on stage. I was dancing. I was singing into the shovel. Yes, they gave me a shovel. And I got to have a skull too. But yeah, and he was singing. And Hamlet says, does this guy have no knowledge of his business? He sings in grave making. And he's happy, though death and man's mortality, Gravedigger is also a reminder of man's mortality. So it's supposed to be something sad. But the fact that this sad thing is happening, but this happy character is jamming, it doesn't go along.
doesn't
That is
correlate.
very, what's the word? Smart on his mouth, satirical. I love that guy. I love Gravedigger. My favorite character right about now is Gravedigger, and I also got to be one of the players. I have pictures. I got pictures. I'm gonna send to PG, and you're gonna insert them here. Hold on, I'm gonna
we
be like
can
5
see.
seconds of silence. You better put them pictures right there. I'm gonna send them to you. But yeah, it was great. Love the cast. I haven't gotten a Shakespeare cast. I don't like yet. Shout out to y'all. Love y'all to bits. Keep doing what you're doing.
I think I've done Short Tales, but I think I want to do like Shakespeare and Press.
Shakespeare is a good challenge.
Because I was supposed to do Short Tales this year, but I did one play this year, and I was like, me for the year.
I was like, guys, pull up. Shakespeare is good for your soul. It challenges the mind. I ain't gonna lie, Short Tales is nice too. I will
Short
say
Tales
this
is
year,
fun.
Short Tales, it was for the women. It was for y'all.
Tell
I can
them
feel
what
it.
Short Tales is. Some people don't
Short
know.
Tales? No. Show up. Yeah. Support the art. Show up. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. You missed out on that. That was glorious. It was for the women.
I'm
They
gonna
was,
tell
they was
them.
ragging on men. Y'all would have loved it.
Nigga say, yo,
Show up.
I don't hate, man.
Actually, you do.
I'm not gonna talk any further. Pull up.
So
Show up
wait.
to Short Tales. It happens every year. Oh, if you want to be an actor, you could actually audition. It's actually pretty open. They love new people. But if
Short
you also
Tales is a
want
good way to
show
get your feet wet if you want to get into acting.
Show
Brianna.
up. Show up. Support the actors. Show up.
Called you out.
You better stop. You better stop. Oh, you mean
Right, so
Rihanna.
I was wrong. Hamlet, I was mixing up Hamlet and Macbeth. So Macbeth is a Scottish play. Hamlet is the one, but the dude trying to kill his uncle because he killed his dad. My bad.
Yeah.
And I was mixing up Merchant of Venice, which is the one with the pound of
I
flesh.
actually know that full stanza bar for bar because I don't know why.
Which
but,
one? The
To
pound of
bake
flesh?
flesh with all. I know that whole thing, and I beat that every audition I go to. They say, "Yeah, what you gonna use me?"
Merchant of Venice. Out of school, Merchant of
I beat it
Venice.
bad. I don't know why. I gotta find a new one.
Basically, the dude takes out a loan, and the guy was like, "All right, that's the one where he wants to marry his daughter, right?"
Yeah, and he takes out a loan, and the guy tells him, "You have to pay me. If you can't pay me back, you have to give me a
The
pound of flesh."
yeah.
And that was the thing, and the way he went around that, because P.S. he didn't pay the nigga back.
Obviously.
I think he gave him, it was fish. A pound of fish? It was, hey,
Yeah.
the
So
thing was a pound
he
of
didn't
flesh. He didn't
say-
say that to be his.
He didn't say that to be his. He just was like, "You have to pay me a pound of flesh."
Yeah,
so he gave him a
says,
pound
okay,
of
couldn't
flesh.
find your million. So,
Here's
here's
his pound
some
of
fish
flesh.
stuff, you know.
Shakespeare
you,
was a
and then walked
little
away.
odd
not all.
and rumored to be a
Genius.
closeted friend of, what do they used to call homosexuals back in the day?
There's a plethora of names, but I can't say them here because
Friend
they can cancel
of
me.
Nancy or whatever. It's rumored that he was a closeted homosexual, and that his sonnets weren't written to his wife; they were written to some dude. I don't. It could be not.
I mean,
who knows?
that's the case with a lot of, because even
They were roommates.
the Mona Lisa is actually a man, or that some people believe.
What?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah,
I don't
no,
know.
y'all
No,
been going like y'all fine.
no, they actually
I got you.
debunked that one and say that Mona Lisa is like an actual woman, but like Alexander and Hephaestion definitely.
Alexander.
Anyway,
Moving
enough
on.
for
Oh,
about
who's your favorite supernatural?
So that's why I was just
my favorite
Oh,
supernatural.
being.
Probably
I
like a
like-
warlock or something.
I like
Of course, it'd
angels.
be a
Ooh,
warlock.
yeah.
Warlocks are good.
Fuck is nice, yeah.
I like angels. I think they're pretty neat.
You like angel? No. Are we talking like the human like
biblically accurate
characterization
I want
or
the
the
biblically
biblically
accurate. I
accurate?
want the eyes, the turning wheels, all the thing of all the freaky stuff.
Could you imagine?
Be
Right?
not afraid. Me.
Oh my god! Right? You waking up and it's like be not afraid. It's just like wings and eyes and wheels.
And then I saw a quote. They say good covers itself. Not covers itself. It dress good things, dress itself in a way to ward off evil, and bad things try to look good to attract.
No, that would
Victims.
definitely ward off evil. Could you imagine like waking up though, like you being like drunk or high and waking up and seeing that like this hallucination? I have to be dreaming
Wake up
this.
first thing in the morning. Oh, you're awake. Be not afraid. Scary thing is when you call the police to your room, they say, "Sir, there's nothing in here." You're like, "It's right. I'm looking right at it." Sir, I think you need. Don't touch me. It's right there. And then you go to sandals. Then you get sentenced.
Do they still give you a case of Vitamol?
I don't know.
They used to at a time, like when you brought someone in the saddle and said, give you a case of Vitamol. Like shit. Joe.
When you brought, hold on. When you turn someone into sandal and they give you a case of Vitamalt,
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
I
literally.
heard that for true.
that's the bounty. That sounds like a bounty. That's what that is.
I've heard it as well. I've heard it as well.
And you get a case of
You get a case of Vitamol.
There's a bounty on
Apparently,
every June's head.
it was their idea
Yeah.
that
That's
it would
what they
be
say. They say if you bring in a crazy person, you
mentally
get a case
ill,
of Vitamol.
mentally ill. But apparently the point was
Mentally ill.
Sorry.
Yes.
Don't, y'all.
Yeah.
Mentally ill.
because
Don't
I
have
think the point was I don't know who came up with the idea was like it was an incentive to get people to like get their mentally ill relatives out.
sorry,
I don't
but
know who came up with the idea. Maybe Vitamol was just like, listen, we're gonna partner with you, make it work. I don't know.
I want to see the commercial on that.
Program of mentally ill.
And for every mentally ill person you bring in, you can have one case of Vitamalt, all for the price of $3.99. Only the cost of one crazy person. Here you go. I'm like, if your family sell you, imagine you're not crazy and your family just wants a case of Vitamalt.
For Christmas.
You would have to go through testing.
Just drunk. And they just, good enough for me.
Here's your Vitamalt, sir. Oh,
I
we'll
think
take her to
they had to
her.
evaluate you or something. I don't know what
I don't-
the.
I- that
I
don't-
thought it was a joke too. And my aunt worked at Sandlands, and I asked her laugh. She's like, "No, they actually." I was like, "You for real?"
Bro, we live in Narnia, bro.
I think they stopped doing that because I think people were just bringing random people. Like,
Honestly,
I can see someone bringing a juice in.
I feel like, but on like a serious note, I feel like that was probably like a way for people to be like, hey, if someone needs help, bring them to actually get
yeah,
help.
I think it was an incentive to bring someone in.
But then people were just like, my friend here is acting a bit nuts.
Exactly.
A case of Vitamol would be great right now at Christmas dinner.
Yes.
So
I think
This random Junes I found on the side of the road, he don't look normal.
I think that's why they did stop
He need a
it.
Vitamalt.
Because people were just bringing in like random people. And FYI, there's a difference between mentally ill and crazy. Because someone explained to me, I've met some people that are like, you're not diagnosed mentally ill, but you nuts. And then some people that are like mentally ill but not crazy, and then you have some people who are both. And like me, I'm mentally ill and crazy. So yay!
hold on.
I gotta be crazy.
So let's
No, you just like memes.
oh man. So let's get
Like
it. So
memes, really.
why do y'all
Fools
think-
fall in love. Why do doves
Actually, that's a
cry?
good question. But why do people want to TV
This ain't the Valentine's Day
and
episode.
like shoot? Actually, we ain't had a Valentine's episode in a long time.
No.
We gotta change that.
Have we ever had a Valentine's episode?
I don't think so.
Maybe.
Anyway,
Listen, sounds like when doves cry. Sorry.
so why do you think people like to throw rotten eggs and toilet paper?
Okay, so I have.
Okay.
Okay.
History.
So, according
You can hit
to
Archie them camera.
hi.
I would say hit their camera. All right.
Okay, yeah, I put my glasses down, so I gotta put this in my face. According to the Googs, and my phone just shut off on me. reason people throw eggs toilet paper is because it's a long-standing tradition of mischievous pranks associated with the holiday, often stemming from cultural influences like Irish and Scottish. Why am I not surprised it comes from the Celts? Halloween customs were
Most of the stuff come from the Celts.
I'm Scottish.
Irish and Scottish, of course,
That
they're into
little- that
tricks and
real
souling
region.
and drinking.
Yeah.
Donkey.
Souling comes from Celtic, which is Irish and Scottish. They're the
I
ones.
can't get over it.
Irish and Scottish children would just be floating around begging for souls.
Can't do that now.
Where trick was a more prominent aspect, with young people engaging in playful acts of mischiefs like egging and toilet papering house as part of the celebration. This practice has continued in many communities. We won't go through all that. Now it's considered vandalism, but back in the day it was apparently... So immigrants from Ireland and Scotland brought their Halloween traditions to America, which includes the playful pranks. And, it's the trick part of trick or treat or Halloween.
Give me candy
doing
or your
eggs and-
house will be in toilet paper and
Wow.
eggs.
So they was
I
threatening
want to
people.
dress up now as like a 19th century child and just go around. I'm souling. I'm here to collect the souls.
I feel like plenty people just slam the door.
That's the speed when you get shot.
Please, sir, can I have some souls?
just slamming doors.
I'm here to
In this
collect the
country,
I'll call the
someone
police.
would probably try
No, you
to
get
send me to
holding
San Lynch for a Vitamalt,
Fuck.
or
Yes,
try
I
to
agree.
exercise me.
Yeah.
Which someone tried to exercise me before, but that's a different story for a different day. No,
Whoa.
they tried to
So
pray
why?
the demons
Okay,
out
so-
of me. Different story, different day, bro.
Hold on, okay, tell us the story and then that can lead me into...
Different story, different day.
Okay, but it's an episode. Have you seen the new Aaron Hernandez show?
I don't even know what that is.
Okay, you know Aaron Hernandez, the football player who basically was a murderer and then he committed suicide in jail.
Oh, you meant Aaron Hernandez? So you said
Yeah.
Aaron and
Hernandez.
I thought you said Aaron and Ander, and I'm like, who are these people? I have watched the Aaron Hernandez documentary on Netflix. That was wild.
they have a TV show, and then one episode
From
is
Ryan Murphy, yeah.
yeah, and one episode was Pray the Gay Away. So like it was an episode where he
There's
was,
this rumor that he was gay.
no, but the show really pushes like he was really on the deal.
Well, it was it's Ryan Murphy.
Yeah.
He did that with the Menendez brothers show too.
Yeah,
and they
I
were
watched it
pissed.
too. Yeah.
They were pissed.
Because it was like, all right, well. Anyway, they had an episode where him and like Tim Tebow invited him to church, and like he was like, I have this sin
Tebow.
within inside of me, and like he was like, yo, God forgives all, da 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 da, and like he was really like trying to cling on to his faith and find faith to try like.
Makes sense. He grew up Catholic, I believe.
Yeah, he grew up Catholic. His mom was Italian. His dad was like Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
And they
If
grew up in the
you get a
Northeast.
chance, watch the documentary, because actually one of his friends talk about how like they were on the down low, and you don't know. Obviously, he's not here to say if his lies or not, but the friend was saying that was part of the issue, and then losing his dad so young, and then they found out after he died, because that's the only way you can
CT.
find out. He had one of the worst cases of CT they've
yeah.
ever seen. That coupled with his other issues, they feel like contributed to a lot of his violent behavior and a lot of... That child needed therapy and help, but it was like, he can play football good, so we're going to ignore all these other things.
Most definitely.
You know the crazy part about that is, speaking of like helping like children and stuff like that, I had a conversation with someone, and the conversation was pretty much Bahamian people, black people, don't believe in getting their kids mental help. They don't believe in the fact that if I come to you and say, Mommy, I feel depressed, the first thing
dishes.
that's the first thing they say. What you gotta be depressed for?
What are you depressed for?
Do you have
ain't
to
got
pay
no bills. You got clothes on. You ain't got to tell me. I know.
Okay.
You're making me relive.
So now it's like
flashbacks.
so now it's like I can't speak to you the way that I want to speak to you, because it's like you're gonna say this to me. So now I suppress these things, and it's a case where who do I go and talk to? And then you end up talking to the wrong set of people.
Or you talk to yourself, and now you're talking to yourself, and now they take you crazy.
And then you go to silence.
What you do tonight? Sleep. You haven't sleep for that night. Oh my gosh.
But you're...
I'm reliving.
Okay, all right. It's okay,
It's okay. Who's
You're
Who's
not wrong, and I think some of that comes from, a lot of it comes from because we're a Christian society. And we deeply into that, and it's sort of like mental health is seen as, demons or even, so I can tell a story now. So I'm not going to go into like my stuff with my mental health, but
Story time.
I mentioned it to a friend who also had her issues and her mom was deeply in church. So she's like, oh, we go into my mom's prayer meeting because I have to wait to pick her up or what. I was like, cool. So I'm just sitting on the bench, minding my business, reading a book. Like, I just started to feel this like hand here and I'm like, okay, that's weird. So then I look up and there's all these women over me and they're like, oh, so-and-so told us about your demons. I'm like, I got demons.
Oh, so you're telling us about...
That's about your what?
And she was like, oh yeah, and listed off my issues. And they decided that they were going to pray my demons out of me because me being depressed, that wasn't, I didn't need medication, I didn't need a doctor. Those were demons and God could get rid of them for me and they held me down. I remember telling my mother.
Hold you there?
Not whole, it was like...
No.
And so like, if you long people know you doing this, you can't move. I'm not gonna push a bunch of old ladies down.
Someone don't have to hold you down when all of them surround you.
Right.
And if you push one, you push all, and now you in trouble. So
These are ladies
have
in
to
their
sit down.
literally is sitting
You have
still
to
like
sit
this the
down.
whole time.
Honestly, if you refuse, it would probably make it worse for you.
Say no, demon. I know you in there. Look at you refusing.
I didn't
Take
even get a
this.
chance to refuse. I literally looked over there and I looked over to my friend for help and they were like doing the same. She's like, it's fine. Just like, it's a thing. Then you go to, and I'm like, so did you bring me and ambush me? She's like, no, whatever, right? I remember telling my mom because
Set up.
I had the opposite experience. I remember like, I didn't get the depressed dishes. It's like, okay, so what we dealing with? Da 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 da. I remember go paranoid. It would be like, I'm going to watch you to make sure you're trying to jump off a bridge or something. She was so upset. Like, I remember going to my friend's mom and was like, if you ever try that again, it's going to be a problem. Like, what? My child does not have demons. Like, what is wrong with y'all? And not just mental, but like, if you tell them the kid has some sort of like learning disability, like dyslexia, ADHD, any neurodivergency, it's like, no, they just, are you trying to call my child stupid? You trying to say my kid dumb? Like, we don't take that very well.
I mean, some kids dumb.
No, but
Y'all just got a partnership,
That's why I'm trying to watch
Y'all
my
just got a partnership now. Don't get canceled already.
I'm so sorry, Cohen.
Don't get canceled already.
I don't think any kid is dumb. I think everybody learns differently, and we need to stop measuring everybody by the same academic set.
Get out of this guy.
No, but I think more so people are products of their environment, bro.
And
So it's
different
like-
levels of intelligence.
No input from Gabriel. I mean, from Hero Decimus / Gabriel. See, Cohen, it's not me. Don't take it away from me. I need this. Please, Cohen, I need this.
It was PG.
And this nigga PG. His name is PG. Yeah, that's the guy. That's the guy right there.
Oh, man.
They are never coming back to watch our show again. I'm like, something wrong with all of y'all.
No, don't mind Rihanna. She gonna be back. And
My girl is looking at us like she's mad at PG for like subjecting this to her on a Saturday night. Like, sir,
I'm just picking my comments to myself.
no, they can't hear you, so you can say them.
Yeah. She ain't mad at me, right?
no, I know what
So like,
He's the greatest.
the mic is not on you, so they can't hear you, and they get insulted all the time, so it's fine.
No.
No, I don't.
No.
No, I don't.
Yes, I insult both of you all the time. What are you talking about?
Okay, you say we get insulted like
Yes.
massive amounts of people.
Oh no, you always upsetting somebody in the comments.
Of course.
The two of y'all have had comment sections on fire.
No,
Yes.
but see, I
ain't
leave
pull
it
up for me
alone.
yet.
What Justin will do, right? Someone will say something in the comments, I'll read it and be like, all right, Justin is like, no, we going in the comments. I'm gonna go in the comments and go back and forth.
that's gay.
Both of you.
I
You
got
did it
mad
on the guy with
because
the
they was
adult
attacking y'all.
hobbies.
Yeah, because
Having
you
that.
stupid. You talking about y'all need to go fishing.
Stupid child?
No way. I go look at that nigga profile photo. I say single. You look 50. Jingle.
Wait.
Close your mouth.
Bring it back. So what exactly was it?
Okay, so we had a show. I'm trying to remember because you
No,
probably
we was
remember.
talking about
How did we get on that? I can't remember.
No, we was talking about
Hobbies.
we was talking about growing up and like people making fun of you for liking like nerdy stuff, and it's like
Okay.
okay, that's our hobby. But what the hell is an adult hobby? Or
Right,
some-
I kept
something that's
saying
for
like,
children. Like
what is
So
an adult
technically, he was
hobby?
just saying like act like an adult.
Yeah.
Right, and
For
so he
example, to
posted.
yachting,
No, not
golfing.
just act like an
I don't know
adult.
about
He
you.
po-
Adult hobbies.
He posted in the thing. He's like, I get it, the whatever, liking cartoons or whatever, but like,
Yeah.
I like dressing up, being a grown man. He was more than him. Being a grown man, dressing up as a cartoon character, like, that's like childish, and you need to get like adult hobbies like gardening or, fishing.
What are you, like 60?
Thank you. And then he's like,
If you
or
look
like
at his profile
golfing.
photo, because that's the first thing I look at. If I say it's a hurtful comment, oh no.
No, but-
I go look at their
Oh,
profile, they got
wait.
someone long lifting them. I say, you want me come back in this comment section. Because I destroy you.
No, but
The last two is what got me though. He's like golfing, yachting. I'm like, no, sir. Those aren't adult hobbies. Those are rich people hobbies. Because like,
no, but
my
not
brother
that.
goes, and that is expensive.
But not just that. But
Do you go?
Everybody.
No.
Rich
What?
gal
Put the
things.
heat on you.
I
Put the heat on
feel
you.
as though as black people we need to stop putting things as rich people hobbies. It's not a rich person hobby. It's a hobby you just haven't tapped into yet.
True.
Okay.
True.
Okay. Let me rephrase that
I can
then.
agree on that.
All right.
You with the technicality.
Okay, so let me rephrase that.
I don't
So
have a
I think a
friend
lot
with
of
a yacht.
times I get what you mean. Like you say, a hobby you haven't tapped into. We just think it's in a certain bracket, but let's not say rich people hobbies. Golf is an expensive hobby.
I go is all.
A lot of hobbies, no, it's an expensive hobby to be a part of, just like yachting is. I mean, like there are a lot of hobbies that, like I'm sure y'all could say cosplay is an expensive hobby.
Expensive as hell.
So there are a lot. So like you're right. Let's not say a rich people hobby. We
Yeah.
assume that only rich people could do it, and part of that is because
but
it's
that wasn't even the point. The
something that's
point.
catered to.
No, but the point was, there's no such thing as an adult hobby, bro.
If I'm an adult and I have a hobby, it's an adult hobby.
Yeah, so
What you like to do?
So you can't specify, this a child hobby and this adult hobby. A hobby is a hobby.
I don't even know why y'all talk. Like I said,
Hold
just
on.
look
Wait,
at the profile
Let me say this,
photo.
right? To the person who said that. I want you to sit down and I want you to watch an anime, right? That has the most blood that you've ever seen in your life. And tell me if it's okay for children to
Don't look
watch.
for him. Don't name drop him.
Tell
You're
me.
getting an ounce of it.
You're right.
Talk crap, but you know it's you, but I ain't say who you is.
I'm not talking about Naruto. I'm not talking about One Piece. I'm not
Pokemon.
talking about Pokemon.
don't
I'm not
like
talking
Berserk?
about Dragon Ball Z. I'm not talking about Sailor Moon. I'm talking about Terraformer, where people are taking people's heads off, sharpening their spines, and just slicing niggas left and right. Like I'm talking about those.
saw
I'm
it,
talking
yeah.
about Goblin Slayer.
I was about
when
to say
niggas
you
get
guys
raped in the
Goblin-
first episode. I'm talking about those.
We definitely got demonetized.
Let's get that there, right? And on top of that, for people like me who love cosplay, this is very expensive.
Yeah.
Very expensive.
I haven't
One
gotten this yet.
Catwoman outfit can cost you almost $500.
I can imagine.
Yeah, depending on if it's real leather or not.
It depending
Yeah.
on what it is.
And
It's
I
very
wanna
expensive.
assume for different body types, it's definitely more. And
Yes.
yeah, because
Yes.
I can't fit in no cat. If I wanted the Catman, do that. I can't fit in it. That cost me money.
Jim, you Tiger Man.
I'm the Catman from Timmy Turner. You remember?
No, but-
Catman.
Oh my god.
You know, on a daily, cosplayers make literally almost as much as.
Any other content creator.
No, I'm not even talking about that. Like, I literally like listen to a YouTube video, and some cosplayers can make like literally millions of dollars a year.
Yeah, for sure.
They can make what the greats make,
Yeah.
like in a year,
Yes.
by just showing up to events, by just putting on the cosplays,
They playing dress up.
endorsement deals, sponsors, partnerships. Literally, these people make millions
I'll
of
say it
dollars.
again. What our new sponsor and partnership.
Right?
All right, back to
I was
Boogie.
gonna say
Millions.
don't say because that attracts people who ain't in cosplay for the right reasons.
Right.
You
Yeah.
can say
We
that
have them
money.
now.
That's
We have them
okay,
now.
It's not just y'all.
Hey, listen.
We have actors
Listen,
that
listen, you gotta be
they
good.
ain't never been to done this.
You gotta be-
I ain't never
Exactly.
seen them do no commercial.
You can't
But
pull
they
up
want-
like garbage.
And they're not here because
So,
they care. They have a
facts.
passion. Some of them I've met, I've encountered. They're only here for the money. That's why I don't say how much we make. That's why I say don't say that. Because that
But
ain't gonna-
acting in the
I can do
Bahamas
this
doesn't
now. I
pay
ain't gonna-
anything. Doesn't
But
pay
I-
much.
She don't know.
But the crazy part is, right, when I started on TikTok, like 2018, 2019, as soon as COVID hit, it was like a whole mass of anime lovers, a whole mass of
Suddenly.
cosplayers that just came out of the like.
Do you think
the-
that's because
the
people
woodwork-
had?
cruddy
the woodwork.
woodwork?
Do you
And
think
I'm
because
like,
people now had
more time.
time to like
Get into all
sit down, like watch anime, get into
I
things.
felt like they realized that it started to be trending and it
And
started to be
lucrative.
popular, and they realized that okay, I can actually make money from this. Just like what you were saying, like I can actually make money from this. And then you start, like I've been on TikTok and I literally watch people that, if I had at the time 30,000 followers, I've watched people that had like 300 followers now surpass me to having like 500,000 followers. And it's just like, where did y'all come from? Y'all weren't in the struggle when I was being bullied for liking anime this whole time.
It's
Like,
actually-
where were
It's
y'all?
competition. That's also why I don't say it. Because who knows? The next person you tell them what you make, they may show up, and I ain't gonna lie. There have been some people who just show up on the scene, and they blow me out the water, and I like, Gabe, you've been doing this for 3 years. This nigga just showed up 3 months ago.
No, listen.
How
But
are you in his
everybody's
shadow right now?
different.
I'm like, I
Everybody-
don't
No,
know.
no, some form of pondering going on.
Yeah.
No, but you're not like me and him have had this conversation multiple times about like people, you know, when I liked anime or liked whatever, they was in the struggle and now like it's popular. I do think is more popular than it was before because you have social media.
Way popular.
It's not still not quote unquote mainstream. I do think there are
What you
people
mean
that
it ain't mainstream?
not
Geek
there are still
culture.
people that consider anime to be kind of like weird
Bro.
and geeky and whatnot.
When-
it is way more
When
Why is that?
celebrities started cosplaying,
No, it was
Megan
a
the
rapper.
Stallion started cosplaying, and everybody's now is like, oh my god. Like,
she gets ragged on
I
a lot
love
though.
it.
She gets
Like,
ragged
She
on a
gets
lot.
ragged from nerds about that, but as for people who ain't never been a part of
That's
the
another
space,
thing. I wanna
Yeah.
say this. Y'all look me in my eye, right? The next time a male comes up to me and wants me to justify the fact that I love anime, lay down because I can step on you. Cool.
big
Hold on,
step
hold on,
up.
wait. So right here,
I don't-
because they can tell you, I have had this conversation
I
with
don't think that's
them
a
multiple
punishment.
times. This weird.
I don't think that's a
this
punishment. I don't think that's as threatening as you. I'm not saying you're not scary. I'm not trying to disrespect you in any way, shape, or form. But I don't think that's
Some
gonna scare
dudes
them
like
off
that is what
like
he's
you
saying.
think that's
I know.
going
No,
to.
I know exactly what I'm saying. I know
Oh,
exactly.
sorry, I didn't know she was freak. Okay, she like that. No, never forget what I said. I wasn't talking.
No, but
I'm a
we,
dominatrix for a reason.
Oh,
can we keep her? I like her. Can we keep her?
No, bro, you should have seen it as I'm here and Brianna thinks
So I just want to know, can we keep her?
Nobody can come back whenever she wants.
Okay, so buddy, we're keeping you.
No,
No, but I've had this conversation. We've had this a bunch of times, and I've said to them, like, you know, and it's along the lines of nerd dudes being like, I can't find a girl. Girls don't like dudes that like anime. No, you're an idiot who, when you meet a girl that is into anime, is a million questions about, oh, you can't be in anime, you can't be in the game, and name me like, you know,
Right.
30 characters and all that.
Right.
Also go bathe. But
That, put on deodorant. Thanks.
go bathe, put on
Thanks.
deodorant, like comb your hair. At least stop wearing the same sweatshirt for a month.
Facts. Facts. Facts.
Brianna's face when I said
Facts. No, because they really gatekeep, and it's annoying because you do what you love, and then it's like, so yeah, so you know who Luffy is, and I'm like,
I might not know, right?
Actually,
Maybe
I cosplayed
I'll
Zoro. I cosplayed Nico Robin. I cosplayed Bohan Cock. Who do you mean? I don't. What?
I
What?
have proof. I have the pictures for that.
There was
What? What?
There was I had an experience. So like I had oh god.
I actually can't remember.
No,
I
sorry.
got a question for you, though, Bunny.
I had
What are those?
the cloud mask on, right? The second cloud mask. Now, mind you, I don't watch. You know, y'all know that, but I know who they are.
You had the
From
cloud
Naruto.
name.
Yeah.
You talking about you had the Umbu?
No, just the one with the clouds. I don't. Y'all always mispronounce
Oh,
that
the
word.
Akatsuki.
Akatsuki cook. Okay.
I
yeah.
always mispronounce it.
Everyone
so.
owns an Akatsuki cloak. It's like
Yeah,
it's like
no,
having
no,
underwear.
it was a
Everyone
mask. It
owns
was a mask. So anyway,
Okay.
like I have never, like I don't watch, you know, but I know who they are. I know what it is. Right, fine. But even if I didn't, so I go to the store, get something. The guy looks at me and he's like, "I like your mask." I was like, "Okay, cool." He looks me in the eye. So, so your boyfriend watches anime then?
What?
The fact that you naturally assume that I only know about anime because of some dude, and I'm like,
Actually, let's put that question.
And
there.
then he tells me that's because he was trying to figure if you had a boyfriend. I'm like, there were better
no,
ways to do it than
okay.
pissing me off.
Okay. Oh no, watch this. How you know about anime?
You put me on the spot.
Brianna's like, I don't want to be on camera. Leave me alone.
I mean, I gyrate. I mean, I don't. Okay, and this is gonna be
Controversial. No, controversial.
We show the people.
Where are the red lights?
I've told them this before. Me personally.
Oh yeah, actually, Brianna don't like anime.
I can't. Hold on, let me say.
We gotta put a mic on her. Can we hear
I
her?
personally can't get into it. I feel like there's just this thing with anime. Maybe it's like the stickler thing for me, but everything sounds so important when it's like I think I watched like 7 Deadly Sins or something.
Oh,
and
that's a bad starter.
with that.
Yeah.
So I watched the first episode and I was like, bro, I can't get over how with like the original audio. Everything sounds more important than it's supposed to do. He'd be like, hey, dude, I'm going to the store.
You should never watch Black Clover than a Demon Slayer because that Gino's always yelling.
That's a bad starter anime.
Yeah.
It is a bad starter anime.
I like other stuff like Marvel and DC.
I think it's the type
Okay.
of anime, like,
Yeah, niggas gonna be like, I take it left.
like it depends on the type of anime that you watch. Like,
You need
I
a
don't-
good gateway anime.
Yes.
okay, my usual gateway to people's Studio Ghibli, which technically I guess doesn't count,
mean,
but I
it
love
is
Studio
anime.
Ghibli.
It does.
It is
It's
also-
the original.
Okay.
It was the
like
first.
Ponyo?
Yeah, that's anime. See,
Yeah.
so like
Yeah.
that was
Ponyo is
cool.
gorgeous.
I don't even know my first.
Spirited Away.
Movie Castle, right?
Howl's
Yeah.
Moving Castle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my first
Spirited Away,
anime
yeah.
though was
The
well Pokemon, and then someone
Yeah,
told me
yeah,
to watch
Pokemon
Fooly
is-
Cooly, which was Jesus.
yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I was put the stylus up. The first 5 episodes of Pokemon was super goated, you know, but Pokemon that first season was.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
watched like my nephews. I got them into.
Actually, Cameron,
Season, bro.
Oh God, here we go.
Here we go.
another announcement is the man that sung the theme song for Pokemon the first season is actually coming to the Bahamas and will be at GomCon.
Oh,
December
Nice.
27th to 28th.
cool.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I wanna
We're doing
be
big things.
the
very
best. All right. But
Insert that song. Yes.
But what I wanted to ask you was, do you feel that the new women have over-sexualized these characters, or they're just portraying the characters as how they actually should be perceived, or how the artists had them to want to be perceived?
I think certain characters can be over-sexualized. Certain characters. For example, let's say...
And this ain't just with anime, this is all fictional characters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they can be over-sexualized a lot. Boa Hancock, I can definitely see how people can, make her sexualized. Fine. Nico Robin is not really the sexualized person, but people do it. Nami, definitely sexualized. I can see it. Vivi, not really. Vivi isn't like that sexualized to me. I don't think so. No, like her character itself is one
No,
that
what Vivi you talking about?
I'm talking about
What are you talking about?
I talking about
No,
what
it's like you thinking about Final Fantasy Vivi.
No, I think we're going
Okay.
Bless you.
Okay,
Alright.
so I'm not saying that she doesn't have sex appeal. I'm saying that she's more of a inward person, so to speak. She's not that she's not like a Nami who will go on stage if you need a distraction. She can go on stage and she can strut her stuff and she can strip and do all this other different, not strip, but she'll go on stage and
Provide the distraction.
right, she will do all of that. But Vivi isn't that kind of person, but they make her sexualized. Big Mom. She's not sexualized at all, but they still do that as well.
I never
So-
seen a sexy big mom though.
Go on TikTok.
I can make anything sexy, bro.
Look it up.
Well,
Look
no,
it
but
up.
like
You
big
don't
mom
even
is
have
literally
to go on the
wearing.
dark webs. You can go on
Alright.
Google. Any cat, like I have seen. Speaking of Ponyo, I've seen someone do sexy Ponyo. Like, why are we?
Are you
why
serious?
Ponyo's a child.
Sexy Ponyo, you cannot.
You can take anything, like she said.
Sonic X Shadow right now.
What?
That is it.
You can take
Beautiful.
any. I have seen like things from like kids' cartoons, and they have like over sexualized, like she said. And
Yeah, you know,
then-
I think we're gonna make a bunch of pornos.
So,
in
Bunny, I have a
school.
question.
long story
Speaking of
short,
over
stay offline.
sexualized, do you feel like you were talking about during COVID? You're like, where these people come from? do you think like two things? One, the cosplay list getting like the most play, like because some of it is really like it's crappy. And like people are like touting it, and I'm like, all this person did is just you like it because it's sexual. So do you think that's part of like where like the appeal and the numbers, like people's sort of followers are going up, even though it's not that great?
Okay, so personally for me, right?
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with doing that.
No, I'll say this, right? And it's crazy, but it's true.
Don't at you.
Shut up.
No, because you sound like you want to say something. Take I say at you. I don't know if you want to know because I want to say something offensive. Here's my interest. Right?
When I first started TikTok, I started making like regular videos, whatever, and I started tapping into like thirst traps, right?
Nothing wrong with a good thirst trap.
I ended up winning a Bahamian thirst trap competition.
Right? Wait, that was a competition.
It was like a Caribbean thing that they did. The very first year I won, right? And it was like, okay, cool. And then I realized as I went back through my videos, I was like, am I that much of a thirst trap? Because as I went through, I realized how my videos evolved from one step to another step to like another step, adding the lights, and then it was like this whole big thing. So to answer your question, trust me, it's most definitely a lot of the time about thirst traps because you want to allure that person into, and that's also the whole succubus thing.
Would you say you're a part of the problem? I'm asking because back then you had content. Like, would you say you stopped or you say, "Oh no, I need this money game"? Of course
No. I still make regular content, but sometimes depending on the character that I choose to embody at that moment, it's like, okay, so Catwoman is a very sexualized.
She's a sexual character.
So like, and most of the time I kind of like gender bend characters. So for example, I did Zorro a while back.
I'm educated. You don't have to. I'm a D&D person. I know a gender bend, and you don't like some kind of normie. But
I'm just for the people out there, you know. Yeah. So
make them guess. Let me stop.
So I gender bend Zorro, right? And they had a kimono version, but they also had like this fitted dress version with like the cuts on the side, so you can see like straight through the dress on the side, and it was like
nice.
So it was like, okay,
thirsty
Zorro is already a sexy character in himself. Right. So to make this female and then on top of that add this getup, it was like, okay, cool. But I feel as though anime itself, like the community, especially the gatekeepers of My Hero Academia.
Paula is specific.
I hate that fandom so much.
My Hero Academia worse than DBZ fans?
Yes.
Or Naruto fans? Because they crazy.
It depends, Kachan. It depends on which one. Listen to me.
There was an accidental duet of two of my friends that I used to talk to on TikTok.
Used to?
And when I told you it blew up and the gatekeepers found it, bear in mind, it had over 1 million like views.
Cut that off.
But the gatekeepers found it.
What's their issue?
And they literally ripped that whole thing to shreds. It was what his name is? Oh my gosh. Icy Hot's brother. And
you talking about
Todoroki?
His brother.
Dobby.
His brother and another, I can't remember who.
So Dobby and who?
Give the description.
It was
they have a sibling?
Dobby. I cannot remember
the
other person.
The characters?
No, it was like
My Hero?
Yeah.
Yes.
Todoroki and Dobby?
I cannot remember who.
So were they brothers
Todoroki and
or?
Dobby.
No, it wasn't the brothers.
Oh, so it's Dobby and...
It was Dobby and someone else.
It was a girl?
But it was, yeah. So it was actually like a male and a female duetting each other, right?
Okay.
But one was Dobby and the other one was someone else. I can't remember at the moment. Okay. But it looked like they were actually like on camera, right? So...
Oh, yeah, because it's house pictures where you can position it.
And they were kind of like slanted.
Oh.
And it was like the gatekeepers just stepped in. The
Why were they
gatekeepers
so
stepped
mad?
in. And they were upset. You can't do that. You can't. Yada yada yada. And I'm like, bro, it's just a video. Like,
They're so toxic.
No. People would be hurt. You know, I have some friends
They were
who be like,
butthurt.
yo, I hate that.
Let me see if I can find it.
These things going so popular. Like they wasn't there when I used to get bullied for liking this stuff. And it's
And
like,
we talk about this like.
I'm cool with being like now.
Well, no,
But
the
I'm
thing
cool
is
with being like, no.
yeah.
the suffrage.
like
the
how she was
sufferers.
saying, no, but like how she was saying earlier, because
Nerd suffrage.
I know, but the thing is, I get it. Like I remember, like when I was into, like I've always been someone who loves to read, and like that was obviously not cool. And now, like you got.
Oh, you still listen to
No, I mean I am. But what I'm saying is, like,
Everybody there.
no.
So hateable. People who know that.
Oh, you just wanted the bookworms toy. I want to play.
No, but like,
I'm a bookworm.
yay!
I love
But
to read.
what I'm saying is now
too.
you,
I just was
I
playing,
think
that's why
a
I was
lot
doing
of things that were seen as like uncool now, like the social media, like your book talk and all this other stuff, and even certain things. Like I remember when I was into J-pop, it was never really K-pop. They were too pretty for me. But I kind of was, and it's like that wasn't seen. So I understand people being like, so when I was into these things,
Yeah.
it was bullied. But I'm also like kind of happy because it's like
You got the
you
purity.
should feel good that like future generations or these kids don't have to go through that, right?
Yeah.
And not only that, it gives more access because like
Nerd suffrage.
back in the
The
day,
nerd suffrage.
Yeah.
back in the day when like you know how much I love me some Yaoi and BL. Like when
You like BL too much.
I've actually taken a hiatus for like 3 months.
Thank you. The Lord is working.
I take a
I don't
hiatus
think
every
you'll
couple of
understand how much
months.
he loves BL. And for those who don't know what BL is, it's
Boy,
boy.
love.
Yo, we don't
No. I go on weird binges where it's like I watch it for like 2 months and then I take.
I feel like you should know.
I feel like she does, but she acting right now. She
Okay.
acting. You, madam, are an actor. I thought I was good, but you?
Anyway, so I'll go on
said
binges
you?
for like 1-2 months and then like stop or whatever. But like I remember like you would tell people to look at you like, okay, is something wrong with you now? I mean, they still kind of look at you odd, but it's like it's more people that enter because you hear it on social media. So it's more access. And my thing is you should be happy that things are more popular XYZ because not only do like people like you not have the struggle, but like it now provides more of a platform, more access. Like you have more, like it's easier. Like for instance with BL, like you would have to go on like when Crunchyroll was a forum, you'd have to find some kind fan who would sub it. Now you have networks, like actual like networks who will post the videos on their YouTube or whatever because they know they have an international audience. And I think it's the same with anime or K-pop or any other fandom that was right.
Yeah.
So you should be happy about that, and it should be like, yeah, this is what I went through the struggle for, not fame because these kids didn't have to go through what I went through.
I feel like a lot of people were just mad because of the fact that like y'all just hopped on the bandwagon, but like it wasn't
That
popular
too.
to
That's
y'all.
part of it, yeah.
Like when
Yeah.
I was sitting down, me being the only girl sitting down, and I still have my stocky Yu-Gi-Oh card. When I was the only girl sitting down by the table,
Was it true?
flipping
I-
cards, my
around those people, so I was cool with everyone.
yeah.
Friggin' Mike.
There was a sex sitting in the calf and stuff, and just
I was
talking.
sitting
And,
inside the cab. Like,
Yeah.
I was cool with everyone, but like I wasn't like in that stuff.
yeah, she was like sitting in the calf just
The
talking.
next part of that is, though, now that those people who like it, they start to shun the people who liked it before.
Right.
It's like, don't come at me like, oh, you ain't cool. Because, fuck, I was there from the beginning.
They do that?
I was there when literally high school, you was literally doing the
Actually-
Naruto run down the hallway, and people would try to trip you down.
I was there for the Linkin Park AMVs.
But
Oh.
so
We just
let me see.
talked
Hold on, wait.
Yes.
Let me see if I get this straight. So people who like are new to the genre, who like just jumped on
They
the
try to be the
bandwagon,
gatekeepers.
you, sir, how you could? I'm sorry. Hold up. No, sir. You're just at the right height to sit at the adult table. Why are you telling the adult? No, you just got in the club. You can't be kicking people out.
That's almost like similar to.
I can see people being mad about that. Because how dare you tell me
I wasn't there.
I'm not a real fan. And I get it, because, like, with Phantom Time, people say, like, oh, well, same thing with Beyond. I'm like, little girl, I've been watching it from when I was in high school, and you telling me you, like, 15, you want to tell me, oh, you're not a true fan unless you've watched this. Like, if you don't shut up.
That's the thing. That's the thing. It's like, okay, I've been watching anime. I mean, like, from I was, like, in grade 7. I've been watching anime from, like, the ending part of grade 6, grade 7, when you had to, like, get up, like, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning and see
Adult Swim
Inuyasha come across your TV just so you could see Inuyasha. And then, like,
the Dark Ages.
It was
and it was really random. It was really random.
You had to literally go search on YouTube, and they had a third of the episode, and then look for the next like part
You know
2.
you're supposed to be
wasn't the whole
asleep,
screen.
so you sneak in to watch Inuyasha. You sneak in to watch
Yeah, it was
Inuyasha because you know you should be asleep at this moment in time. Like, I was watching anime when Code Lyoko was on TV. Like, I was watching anime when they literally had like 2 episodes in Naruto per day. Like,
I wouldn't mind that.
But I don't get, like, it's so, like, I don't, so it's weird that people do that, because, like,
it's weird because it's almost like you're trying to take me out of the community that
like
I helped make.
Right? And it's like, and it's weird with fandoms, niche fandoms, because, like, for instance, right, y'all know,
Well,
y'all don't know,
like,
he knows.
yeah.
I'm a Swiftie.
Wild boy.
Yeah.
I have been a Swiftie from I was like 19 or something. I just like got really back into it. And I'm in one of the groups, and the lady actually was talking about this, how, you know, since she's gotten, like, she blew up from when she did the Eras tour, and, like, now she's way more popular. And her daughter came home from school crying because these girls jumped on the bandwagon, and they have the nerve to tell her, who's been, like, her mom got her, and so she's been a Swiftie from she was, like, a baby, to tell her that she's not a real Swiftie, or she's not, same thing. I'm not a real fandom because I don't have all this merch or whatever. And she told mom, she's like, I like, that hurts. Like, how they could tell me that I'm not a real fan of, like you say, a community that I have been a part of from where I helped create.
They go up to a nigga and be like, you know Kansas City guy?
Dog. I can be 100% real with you.
Well, these are like middle
My
preteen
brain
girls. They are
cannot
terrible.
register that as an insult.
They are
I
terrible.
can't register. I can't get side. Oh no.
I know,
I can't.
but Gabe, you have to remember she's 12, and it's sort of similar to what she said. Is you telling me that, and like she said, this is something y'all used to make fun of me for being a Taylor Swift fan a couple years ago. Now all of a sudden she's super popular. Y'all on the bandwagon, and you want to tell me I'm not a real fan because I don't know the merch. The people that was making fun of me for something, now you want to get in here and tell me, like, that would piss me. Like, I could see why that would upset you.
That would have, because first of all, when I started watching anime, like I said, I was in like grade 7, so I didn't have access to all the merch. I didn't have access to the posters on the wall. I didn't have access to all those things. God bless the friend that actually bought a manga to school so you can actually see what a manga looks like.
This before they scanning it online.
This was before.
That was the original Coke deal right here.
Like, let me see that right quick. So it was like all of that. And then for me now to be like, I can actually have all of these posters on my wall.
I can buy manga on Amazon.
I can go to the conventions and buy them now.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I have pop heads hanging like all over my wall. For you to now come and tell me, oh, I don't have enough pop heads. I don't have enough cosplays. I don't have enough this and that
You're bad
to be an anime fan.
Nigga, I have the ones I
come
like.
on.
I have the ones I like. That's about it.
So for me, like, the gatekeeping is bad both ways. It's like the older fans who gatekeep, like, oh, well, I had to struggle, like, asking these kids, well, you're not real fans because y'all only know, like, Demon Slayer, Hunter X, Hunter, or whatever, right?
Hunter
that's
is not
bad.
me, by the way.
No, but that's bad. But also the other way,
Hunter
you
not
just
me.
got here. You can't just get in a community and then trying to get rid of the people in it because now you want to prove that you the best, better fan or whatever, and you
Come
fan
humbly.
away. And not only
humbly.
that, and y'all probably, like the girl said, people who a couple of years ago made, like, cracking on people.
We will take you in, but just come humbly.
Yes.
Just come humbly.
Like, before COVID, some of y'all, like, was calling it garbage only because y'all was bored home
Y'all was
COVID.
calling it cartoons. That's
I don't
what it is.
listen to
Y'all was calling it cartoons.
Listen, guys, I don't watch anime. It's thing I look and they watch history. Guys, crazy anatomy. Oh! Your opinion is now in.
Someone said,
We got a side eye in the corner. We got a side eye in the corner.
But I'm just saying.
Forward and you
might say, hold on. She ain't moving on. Take her. Who she getting the phone?
No. She
It was
wasn't
literally though.
She was.
But I'm just
She was
saying.
on it for. She's
You
We knew
leaving.
what that meant.
You
We knew
can't
what
drop
that
that
meant.
opinion, and then I get you watching this, and I'm like,
No, so okay, so Zara about to give me the side eye too, but somebody said that Grey's Anatomy is like One Piece for white women.
Oh shit.
I never watched.
you ain't get up for that.
No,
technically
no.
it is.
They're not talking about the content. They're talking about the
How
fact,
long it is.
How
How
long it
long it
is?
is,
Because
yeah.
Grey's Anatomy
Very long.
has
Yeah.
been. I remember watching Grey's.
22 or 23, so yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure
I
they're
remember-
not in the 90s.
I
It came
remember.
out 2008.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Grace has been on, like, I
Yeah.
think when it started, oh God, the girl who plays Meredith was like in her 20s. She's got to be pushing 40 now. I
get this
remember
money,
watching
man.
it. I quit them around season 5 because I'm like, this is like it's basically a medical soap opera, and like I love y'all that
Yeah,
stuck
like All
with
My
it
Children
because are
and
any of the
Young and
original
Restless.
people still there besides Meredith and Bailey?
Meredith isn't there.
See, so is Bailey still there? Why is
Bailey and Richard.
Oh, you watch it too?
It's a casket.
Yeah, I
cowboy.
catch you, Nick.
I used to. I mean,
Yeah, I quit season 5. It's a lot.
I stopped
You ain't
like at
strong.
season, I don't know, like 11, 12. But then, yeah, because I was like, wait, I ain't gonna lie, right? This ain't making no more sense.
You made it
And
further
then-
than me.
And then right after that, well, not right after, like a couple seasons later, then Alex left, and I was like, man, this ain't making no sense.
Do us a favor. Watch anime. You have the luck.
Yeah,
You
you
guys
don't have to
you
know
guys
that anime
started.
look.
Listen, Brianna,
So
you
just
have
say this is
to.
not a good
Because
starter
out of
anime.
all the 3 of us, I've watched at least one anime. I'm on the fridge.
I
I've
haven't
watched
watched
very
that much.
little.
You watch what you like.
Yes.
Fine. I just don't think
So-
Thingum is a good starter anime.
You're not wrong about everything's important, but see, I think that's most like shonen anime.
That's just Japanese
but if you
culture.
find your type, yeah, because
Yeah.
as someone who
This is
watches,
gonna be a-
that's not just Japanese. Someone who watches different Asian
This is
dramas,
gonna be a very
everything is like when they
interesting
talk is
question.
super important.
I like
Of
it.
course you do.
Sweetie.
All of you do.
This is gonna be a very interesting question, though.
Yes, my love.
Who was it
What was one of the first animes? And I'm not talking Naruto. I'm not talking
Never watched
mainstream.
Naruto.
So what is one of the first like low key animes that you've watched that really put
Astro
you
Boy.
into like like okay, I love anime.
Well, that would be
Can I answer with the
DB,
intro?
but I've watched like Scientific Gachima, Ronin Warrior, Voltron.
Y'all started
Yeah.
with wholesome stuff.
Not me.
No, but like all them stuff from the 80s and
Bible
70s.
book.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I was on Bakugan, Beyblade, and Pokemon.
That's still wholesome.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
very much still wholesome.
That's what showed up on the. If it was on Cartoon Network, that's what I only had 2 channels in my life. And Boomerang, we had Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network. I had the last button on each, so I had to press the last. Only I never pressed up or down. I pressed the last button, the shuffle in between. 'Cause that's all I watched. And the occasional time I look at Boomerang because I like watching Pink Panther because
Right.
hilarious. And yeah, those were my 3: Bakugan, Beyblade, and
But
and I
that
still
was
love
still
Bakugan till
that
this
was
day.
still wholesome.
It sounded
Sound
like you did
got
not
introduced
start
to
it
something
over.
new. Okay,
Oh, let me
I feel
finish.
like
you
you
watch
talked about
Berserk
Oh, wait,
person?
I gotta finish.
No,
something
no,
you saw, an anime you watched too
Hold on,
early
let me
of an
finish.
age.
Let me-
I understand what you're saying.
Sir, it's my turn.
Okay,
I'm
go
talking
watch
about
it.
I was
Okay,
I
so like everybody else, Pokemon, and then like I said, I do watch like read yaoi, and my first might have been a yaoi, but I can't remember. But the first one I remember, which yes was introduced to me by a boyfriend. Shut up. Was
in 4K.
Hold on, which one this was?
which one? What you don't know this one? Shush.
I was just about to ask, is it the Spike guy?
No, it's not Spike.
Oh my
'cause
God,
it-
say
this is before Spike.
Show me.
Mid-episode?
Yo, show me the picture this way, cause I want to know
I
how
have
he
to
look like
find one. He
Spike.
doesn't like when he was younger. Anyway, this one. So this was Fooly Cooly.
I heard of Fully Cooley.
So
but-
Fooly Cooly, I had never like. He was like, give it a watch. It was incredibly weird, and it was like most shonen animes over sexualized female, creepy old dude, and apparently it's named that way because according to the Japanese, Fooly Cooly, that's the sound the boobs make when they rub together. I don't never been able to prove that is why it was named that, but that's the rumor for why it was named, and it was incredibly weird, and I was like. Because I was like her, I'm like, I'm not watching these weird cartoons y'all watch, but then I watched that and I'm like, this is insane. I actually like it. Is there more? And then so I watched that, and then it was, I think, Blue Gender, and then Trigun, and I tried Inuyasha, but he annoyed me, so I couldn't do it. Y'all like toxic men, okay? Y'all like toxic men.
No, a girl tried to put me on Inuyasha too. 5 episodes in, I started keeping. Ain't nobody dying, ain't no one fighting, ain't no one boxing.
But I'm a little bored. Sorry. He is so dumb, and then I was like, well, maybe if I watch it with the Japanese subtitles, and my accent, like boyfriend at the time was like, bro, he's dumber in the original. I was like, I can't do it. I'm out. Yeah. I'm out. But if you want like, because we talking about anime, if you want like good trash TV, watch the Sailor Moon live action drama.
Oh my god.
Don't.
Actually, that came out?
It is long. That's from like the early 2000s. My friend was like, here, watch it. I'm like, no, I'm not. I was like, this could be stupid. I put on episode 1 at like 8 o'clock in the morning. Asked me why at 6 o'clock I have not taken a bath. I've not eaten food. I've been sitting here watching this, and I'm on like episode 45. It's addictive. It's crack. It's so bad, but it's so good at the same time.
What?
No.
It's Sailor Moon live action. Like, think of like, so like all of like how you like K-dramas, all of the like soap opera-esque parts of it, but with Sailor Moon, it's good. I love it. Wow. One of the Sailor Scouts has cancer. There's so much.
I know. I'm gonna get to mine. I'm gonna get to mine, right?
Like, I get what you're saying, because there are certain animes that are for certain ages, but they
it's
didn't tell me about that.
They didn't tell me about that at all.
Watch anything too early. I have YouTube videos I'm gonna sit here and say I watch too early.
Listen,
if you want one, y'all never heard of DYE-Fantasy.
No.
Watch that full music video. P.S. I saw that when I was 12. I wasn't supposed to see that yet.
Listen. So I was in my early teens, right? And I was like, okay, anime. I'm getting into this. I'm getting deep into this, right? So I started watching like Angel Beat. Like that was like
that was gentle. That's
like,
awesome.
That was like, hold on.
The ending will make you cry.
It turns very, very.
Okay.
So
it turns.
In the middle of Angel Beat, I was like, I need something more upbeat, whatever. So I was just looking through the genres, and I was like, what is this E word? Like, what is this?
Oh God.
So I'm like, okay. I've never like looked into this, whatever. Fine. I was like in shonen, romance, whatever. And I went into ecchi, and I was like, okay.
Oh God.
And I was just looking at like, cause at the time, like if the cover of it actually caught my attention, I would have watched it, right? I watched countless animes between let me say 14 to about 17. I feel like I ran through at least 300 animes easy. But I saw this one that was High School DxD.
Wow.
Okay, so ecchi is.
That's not the kids.
It's when they.
That's not.
It's like softcore porn.
All right, because I was wondering if that was the lesbian one. That's something else.
No.
Okay.
So
it's gory. That's not the only aspect of it. There's a lot more in that.
It's gory.
High School DxD was centered around this guy.
Oh God. Okay.
Right? Mm-hmm. And him and his two best friends they're very, very weird because they sit down and they visualize girls all day without their clothes on. They sit down and it's like they sit down and it's just like it's literally like soft porn.
I think that
So what you're saying
I kid you not.
So what you're saying is they're like
and by the first
incel
episode,
creeps.
No.
Right. No, yes. Because what they did was they were like, I think it was like the first or second episode.
Yeah, they
like,
waste time.
He ended up like dying. And the girl, one of the main characters, she's a demon, Rias Gremory. She brings him back. But he's like, this is a dream. I don't know what's going on, right? Cool. Because the first episode wasn't that bad. It was okay. The second episode, him and bear in mind, his two best friends are males. Him and his other two best friends, I promise you, that was porn that they was watching on the TV. Because they was too invested. Like, they was sitting down with snacks, their legs was crossed, and they was like, oh my God.
No,
yes.
but that reminds me of one of my favorite shows that came out last year. I love 100 of My Girlfriend, so I think...
I wanted to watch that.
Basically, this way wished to God that he would find, like, be irresistible to find his true love or find a bunch of women. And basically, God made this deal with him where he was like, you have to love all of them. Any woman that falls in love with you, you have to love them or else they can die. And basically, he created a whole harem. So by the end of the first season, he had like 6 girlfriends.
I love that Brianna's like, y'all are not making a good case of anime.
Oh no, look.
These
Like
are not-
if you are into romance, there's a section for romance. But if you into like,
Don't go into the
but like
I'm gonna
if
say
you
don't start on Netflix.
like,
That's what I'm going to say.
Why?
Because that's not where it originated from.
yeah.
Go find your
Crunchyroll.
legal site. I mean, your totally legal site that the government won't shut down if you talk about it too much.
So it's weird because
Find what you like.
we talk about like when we talk about back in the day, right? So Crunchyroll, which is now legal and legitimate and all that junk, right? My first sort of watching BL, which was the Takumi-kun series. I remember that. Was it Boys Love? Which it was Boys Love, and then it was Takumi-kun. Takumi-kun I remember finding on Crunchyroll when Crunchyroll was literally just a forum. It was a forum where people would post things, and they would also post like anime episodes, like dramas, like illegal, right? And like lovely people who would take their time and sub. And then what happened is Crunchyroll got shut down because they had a bunch of legal stuff. So they were like, we got to start charging y'all ad money. And then after that, they started being a more legitimate sort of site. Man, I miss the old days of Crunchyroll.
But what did we learn today? Because we didn't watch it recorded.
When you start watching anime, for God's sake, do not start with the ecchi.
Thank you all for watching.
I have a question. We always do this. We always feel like this is a topic and then go off, whatever. But two questions.
2 hours?
Sorry, 2 questions. So what is, since you asked the question about anime, what is like an anime, like all of you like watched and you were like,
No.
what? I can't curse. So we have a sponsor now.
Yeah.
What? Like you just like sitting there like,
I never cussed on this.
it could be any sort of
Devilman
media.
Crybaby. Most definitely.
That's not for kids.
Devilman Crybaby. Because I sat there and I started to watch it and I was like, between that or the one with the kids at the orphanage.
Neverland, something like that.
Yeah.
I will never watch the second season to that. That scarred me. I promise you.
I read upon it and I'm like, this is not for me. I can't. I'm not doing that.
I was supposed to watch it.
Try Castlevania. That's the only Castlevania. The only 2 ones I recommend from Netflix.
No,
Yeah.
But
what is an
those are-
anime
No,
that you're
that's-
just
that-
like?
No,
Started.
I
What the hell
recommend
did I just
Castlevania.
watch?
I'm not gonna tell y'all that.
I want to know.
No.
Is it hentai games? I don't know. You know what it's
That's
called?
not why.
Wait, my friend introduced me to Bible Block, bro.
Genuinely, you just can't say any dying one. That's why I'm not out here saying, "Oh, Berserk is forever." Berserk is not
Berserk
forever.
is not very
It's
good.
not.
My
It's
friend
That's
told
why I
me
said
about it. I
careful.
tried to watch it and I'm like, oh no.
Like Berserk
This
is mad slow, but
It's
that
gory.
end,
It's very
Jesus,
gory.
Yeah.
That
But I
kind
love
of reminds
seeing
me
it
of the
though, but that-
Fate series in a way.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. The Fate series.
What is?
But I highly recommend Vinland Saga though.
So
Vinland Saga was very good.
Yeah, I love season 1.
Still good beyond the memes.
No, season 2 is the
They
slow
lost me
bird.
at season 2 just a little bit. but-
Basically, it became J. Cole in season 2.
did
I
you?
have no idea.
We don't
And
know
then
what
I
that
saw
means.
the
You gotta help us.
No, basically, okay, well, Thorfinn, he was like this savage in season 1.
Savage killer. Just
When he came in season 2, he didn't even want to fight no more.
He's had enough.
Yeah.
He's seen it all.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, I think, because like I don't really watch that much shonen, so I wasn't like as familiar with like fan service. Like I know they sexualize chicks, whatever, and then I watch Queen's Blade, and I'm just like, what? And then when I first got in the eye, I had a friend that was like, read this manga. I can't remember what it's called. It might have been Gravitation, and I like started reading. I was like, yeah, no.
This is
Yeah.
fun.
Someone tried to get me to read Boku no Pico, but I Googled it. I'm like, y'all is the devil.
I don't even know what that is.
Devil.
Hold on, what is Boku no People?
We have a
Consider
sponsor
yourself
now.
saved.
Okay, so do you know what
have a sponsor now
Shotokan
and
is?
moving
Everybody
forward.
know the what?
Shotokan is.
I've heard about it before.
Moving forward, I like to conduct
Okay, so-
myself with a more professional manner.
What is
so,
that?
Cohen, it ain't me. It is not
Cohen is
these
not
two.
him. So Shotokan is basically
Take it out of her.
yeah. It's me. It's me. I'm the problem.
Take it out of her cut.
So Shotokan is basically oh God, I'm trying to figure out how to explain this.
Just say it. Just say
Just say
it.
it.
I think
Just
that's
say
enough
it.
for me for this episode.
Game knows. Shotokan
No,
is
I don't.
so it's the depiction of young boys, basically underage or children, usually boys together or with older men. And I stumbled upon. I was like, God, what is this? So it's
All
very
right. That's it up.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. I love you. That's the episode on 2 for cartoons. Turn that off, Tony. Turn that off. Turn it off.
I had a question at the beginning that no one answered.
Ain't no one can answer.
Favorite Halloween? We passed that.
No lolly.
Okay, give me like your favorite
Stop trying to prolong.
Halloween movie. I asked it at the beginning. and
Okay,
I
I
did
did
Halloween
ask
movie.
this.
I did ask.
My favorite Halloween movie is probably either I think the Ed and Eddie special, like one of the Cartoon Network special, either the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy or the Ed and Eddie special.
Anything Cartoon Network put out, you can cut it off now.
What do I?
I think mine would probably be between Coraline
That was nice.
or The Nightmare Before Christmas.
And the thing is about The Nightmare Before Christmas, it's like you can watch it as a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie. It's duality.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. For me, it would probably have to be
Or Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus is mine. Also the Halloween Town movies.
Oh, yes. Definitely.
And like horror. So I would have to say, oh God, what is it called? Urban Myths, which is a horror movie based around like different urban legends. Sorry.
It's the only horror movie that I actually could have stomached at this moment.
You look like you
Because
love
I
horror
do
movies.
Not, I do not. I hate it with a passion. I have a very active imagination, so I feel like I see things. Like, no. I really can't.
So what a horror movie? 2 horror movies you can stomach. The 2.
One. Just one. I watched it. The first and the second one, and I was like pretty okay. The jump scares were like off the truck.
It's okay.
I
Like,
was pretty
old it or new it?
okay. The new one.
Because the old one is creepy.
Yeah, the new one. No.
I love horror movies. Slasher movies. I prefer because it's like,
Oh, so you
okay,
like
it's a
the
guy running
Chainsaw
around. That's
Massacre.
fine. That's fine. But like the ones that are like supernatural or like I watch Sinister, that's the ones that like creep me out because it's like that stuff you can't see. So I'll be in my bed being like,
Bro, I actually think I see something. Thank you for watching 2 for Cartoons.
what
It's
did we
been a
learn
pleasure.
today?
Homelander speaking.
So Jayla, what did we learn today?
We learned
Oh no, I didn't do that.
that we probably gonna get canceled again for the third Halloween in the row.
I'm doing the show.
Because when I start spicing up these clips,
Just one point.
Lord.
oh man.
Yeah, you can cut out the thing I said. I learned that, you should really Google things before taking recommendations from your weird friends.
Sure.
I'm never getting out of the box, and it's their fault. I'm grinding, I'm working, I'm toiling the mill, I'm toiling
And
the
here
mill.
I am.
They're just gonna live in that box forever.
Buddy, what did you learn?
I learned that kids used to go souling
Actually,
for
that
souls. And priests used to pray for them.
Blessed souls.
Blessed souls. Yeah.
Wow.
So that was interesting.
It
That
was
was very
lovely everybody
interesting.
on. We'd have her back. I want
Yes.
to keep her.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bunny, you
I love
always
being here.
Yes,
nice
you're always welcome to come back.
Anytime.
Studio audience was awesome.
Wait, give me some noise for studio audience.
You can have my chair.
Although I feel like we bored Azara because the whole time she was on the phone until she gave the side eye on her Grey's
I said
Anatomy.
Grey's Anatomy once. I see her lean forward. I say, hold on.
Well, darling, you could have introduced the topic because I don't either, so we just talk about random things. But Gabe talked about Grey's Anatomy and she's like,
No,
hold on.
I know. I ain't just talk.
She was talking
I was talking to people who be like, oh, I don't watch anime. That's kids' cartoon stuff. What do you watch? Grey's Anatomy. Your opinion is invalid. Sorry. That's just how it is. That's just how it is.
When you said that, Azaria was like, is anybody
I saw
else
her lean
spreadsheet?
forward
I
and I
need to
said,
put
ah,
my
you see
hand
that?
off.
Let me take my earrings off real quick.
Say who?
This,
I said I didn't know you were even in here.
This closes out. So Thank you all for watching another episode or two for Cartoons. This has been a very riveting experience. As it is always, for the laughter, my throat is hurting at this moment.
And once again, I'm gonna get us canceled. I'm
We're gonna
sorry,
get
again. We're never
canceled for
getting out of the
something.
box.
Well, shout out to all the creeps, the geeks, the
ghouls.
nerds,
The freaks.
the freaks too, and the ones who want to clutch their pearls when they hear them things bumping in the night. You never know.
Have a happy Halloween, you guys. Be safe out there. You know, don't
Invest
take
in
drinks from
various
strange
cheeses.
men or women.
Don't get people souls.
Save souls, not take souls.
Don't say so too loud.
I mean,
when
if
you
you're a
get to that person's
succubus,
house.
wink, wink.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, we out.
Bye.
Maybe not next episode. Who knows?
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire.
Watching cartoons separates you from others.